Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Watertown Municipal Arena for another exciting night of Federal Prospect Hockey League action. The Watertown Wolves at home here this evening, hosting the number one overall team in the FPHL, the Carolina Thunderbirds. Make their way into Watertown, and they picked a great weekend to come up here. They ran into blizzard conditions when you got to northern New York State. The last 2 days, over 37 inches of snow here in the city of Watertown, which really isn't a lot when you were kind of used to that, but we haven't got that much this year, so kind of threw everybody for a curveball. Depending on where you lived in and around the city, you got varying amounts of snow, but we are here tonight. Obviously, it reflects in the crowd. Much smaller than we're used to seeing here, averaging just over 800 for a game. We've been close to 1,000 a bunch of times and over a few times, which is good for this small arena, but tonight it's a little empty in here, kind of not sure what the number is at this point, but anyway, some people have braved the storm. It actually cleared up this afternoon for quite a while. Just had a look outside the building, and it is snowing once again very hard. So going to be an interesting evening on the outside, but here inside it is warm, comfortable, and we are ready for Watertown Wolves hockey. Want to thank you for joining us here tonight on the Watertown Wolves YouTube page. My name is Jeff Barrett. David Page will be joining me here in the booth as we will take you through tonight's hockey action. As he said, the number one team overall coming in tonight, the Carolina Thunderbirds, 41 games played and a record of 30-6 on the year with 2 overtime wins, 3 overtime losses, 97 points. They've already clinched a playoff spot in the Western Division. Obviously, everybody in the Western Division, the top 4, have clinched playoff spots already for this season. The Eastern Division is still yet to be decided. Wolves hold on to the number 3 spot, currently still trying to chase the Elmira Enforcers. To do that, they're going to have a couple of big wins here, the remaining 16 games of the year as they chase from behind. Well, we're glad you could join us here as we turn the lights off in the building. We get ready for our introductions of our players here this evening. Starting lineups for the Carolina Thunderbirds coming in tonight, starting in goal, a guy that just signed to a PTO earlier today, Nicholas Modica, coming right out of the college ranks, playing D3 hockey at SUNY Cortland. He's out of Suffern, New Jersey. A 3.09 goals against average. His college career in SUNY Cortland, which is about an hour and a half south of Watertown, 55-64 on the year. Left wing, it'll be Jan Solak out of Trebek, Czechoslovakia. Solak, a veteran of the Federal Prospect Hockey League. Right wing will be Gleb Krivoshyapkin. He will get the start out of Kharkov, Ukraine. At center, it'll be Peter Panachik out of Vinskens, Czechoslovakia, another veteran of the FPHL. Left defense, it'll be Stanislav Vlasov out of St. Petersburg, Russia, former Watertown Wolf, won a championship here a number of years back, Commissioner's Cup champion with the Watertown Wolves. And starting on right defense, that'll be Stanislav Bakor out of Nivyjsin, Czechoslovakia. That's the way the Thunderbirds will start here tonight. For the Watertown Wolves, back in between the pipes tonight, it'll be Jeremy Pominville out of Matisse, Ontario. 15-14 on the season with a 3.50 goals against average. He's got a majority of the starts to the last 3 quarters of the season here in Watertown. Denny Zajak's going to go on the left wing out of Galmo, Belarus. He'll get the start on the left side. Right side, that'll be Dallas Desjardins out of Beaumont, Alberta, Canada. Starting at center, just acquired a couple weeks back, Ryan Marker out of Sewell, New Jersey will get the start. On the right defense out of Ajax, Ontario, that'll be Kyle Powell, longtime veteran of the Watertown Wolves. And starting on the left defense, it'll be Vladimir Port out of Jilova, Czechoslovakia. Well, we want to thank you for joining us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey. Again, brought to you tonight by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown, located at 18352 US Route 11. For new and used Subaru sales and service, your car buying experience is their number one priority. Their staff looks forward to the challenge of meeting and exceeding your expectations when it comes to purchasing your next Subaru. You can browse online at FusilloSubaru.com or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Fusillo Subaru, proud sponsors of your Watertown Wolves broadcast here this evening. Also, we want to thank you for joining us on Tunes 92.5, 104.5 in Watertown. When you can't get to the arena on Friday nights, don't worry. Tunes 92.5 has got you covered for all your Watertown Wolves home games on our Red Friday evenings. Of course, the boys in their red sweaters here tonight. Red, R-E-D. Remember, everyone deploy. As we honor the young men and women around the world protecting our freedom and, of course, our neighbors right here at Fort Drum, New York. And glad to be broadcasting tonight on Tunes 92.5. Don't forget, listen during the week to Johnny Keegan on Wednesdays at 5 for the Coach's Corner with Paul McLean and some of your favorite Watertown Wolves players. You can also listen to Tunes 92.5 during the week for your chance to score game tickets. Tunes 92.5, proud sponsor of your Watertown Wolves and our Red Friday broadcast. We'll turn you over to house announcer Brian Hunsiger for tonight's national anthem. So once again, we want to welcome you inside the Watertown Municipal Arena for tonight's FPHL matchup between the league-leading Carolina Thunderbirds and your Watertown Wolves. David, this is a game that we part on the calendar quite a while back to keep an eye on. As it worked out the way it comes into tonight, the Wolves missing a lot of guys out of the lineup. We've got some injuries, try to get some guys healthy. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of effort we get tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Not only is Carolina the leaders in the FPHL, they're also the reigning champion. So they're going to play with a higher intensity, as you can see in the standings, 30-6. That's almost a very impossible task to do in pro hockey. But I'm hoping to see the Wolves play some intensity. They got a new goalie in here, fresh out of college. Not really ever played a pro game, so I'm hoping they get out, get early, get some goals in, and really welcome into the FPHL, and hopefully the Wolves can come away with a win. Not to put Carolina down, but goalie is probably one of their weakest points, is their goalies don't really have the greatest numbers. So hopefully the Wolves can take advantage of being home finally versus Carolina, use the crowd momentum for whoever braved the weather to come join us. But I'm looking for the Wolves to get out, get early, and get on this goalie very quickly, because they need to do that, because this Carolina team is very, very strong.
Well, these two teams have only met one other time this year. That was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on February 7th and 8th. Both those games won by the Carolina Thunderbirds by scores of 6-3 and 5-2. So winning by 3 each night. As we come to center ice, get ready to get things started. Puck is dropped and we are underway here. Panachik right into the offensive end. Lets a shot go that immediately goes off the stick and up and out of place. We get a stoppage just 6 seconds into action here this evening. Looking at the leaders for the Carolina Thunderbirds coming in, Peter Panachik, 41 games in. He's 23 goals, 18 assists for 61 points. Jan Salak, after 39 games, also with 23 goals, has 29 assists for 59 points. And Daniel Konetsky, 41 games, 14 goals, 35 assists for 49 points coming off the defensive line. Puck in the offensive end for Carolina. Puck set in behind. Panachik controls from there, sends it around to the far side. Gathered up by Salak. He'll turn, takes it back to the corner, looks to the near side, turns, sends it up. That one broken up on the way out and able to skate out is Watertown, but then taken right back as Zajac controls. Now it comes back the other direction. Salak puts one on goal. Pominville's just going to send that one to the corner. Cole Sonstable gathers up for Watertown. He'll leave it in behind for Justin Coachman. So Coachman settles down the puck, sends it out near side to Joe Devaney off the end of his stick. Grebennikov goes back to pick it up for Carolina. He'll turn. Carolina in their black uniforms here this evening. Wolves in their home red. As we get back into the offensive end, Pargach sent it in behind the goal. Scooting around to pick it up was Colin Murray. Skips over his stick, so it goes all the way through, gathered up on the far side. Puck comes back to the near corner, sent right in front. That one broken up. We skate right back the other direction out of the defensive end. Tyson Bruce just signed by Watertown. Big kid comes in, wrap around, tried to stick it on the short side. Won't get it there. Modica there to make that stop. He'll get his first save of the evening. 18:28 in remaining in a period at number one. So face-off circle on the far side, skating in. Joe Cangelozzi, former Watertown Wolf a couple of seasons back here for Watertown. He'll slide it out, sends it out towards center ice. Chad Herron picks up. Herron sent it to the near side. That one broken up and then turned right back in front. Tristan McKay also just signed by the Wolves as they're trying to fill a depleted roster here after a bunch of injuries over the last 3 weeks. Picked up some young kids. Here's another kid fresh out of college. McKay wearing the number 4 sweater here this evening. Corey Sherman's just going to lift that to the offensive end, going back, picking it up on the far side. That will be Mike Baker. Baker wearing the number 5 sweater here this evening for Carolina. Puck in behind, comes right back out in front. Wolves with an opportunity. Puck down on the ice. Modica able to turn that one aside. That was kind of an odd bounce, and now the puck gets outside the zone. Kyle Powell has to come back. Herron chasing him. Powell's going to end up with it. He'll send it over to Vladimir Port. Port long outlet pass to the near side. Ryan Marker able to tip that into the offensive end. Modica out of his own goal, settles it around to the near side. Jan Salak went to get it, had it intercepted, came right back in front, tried to get it to Ryan Marker. Couldn't control it. Marker had it slip away, so it comes back out to neutral ice area. Peter Panachik giving chase there. Puck dropped down in front by Krivoshopkin. Krivoshopkin able to control, sends it to the far side. Wolves intercept there. Kyle Powell will send it over to Dallas Desjardins. Desjardins has it picked away. Salak comes down, puts it right in front to Krivoshopkin. Puck down in the front of the ice. Pominville with a save. Now it's poked loose on the near side. And Desjardins able to swipe at it and knock it away, and the goal's going to come off the mooring. We'll get a stoppage in play. Watertown's going to dodge a bullet right there as, once again, Pominville got caught out of position, and the puck was just laying on the ice.
That's the thing with Carolina. They're going to attack hard the whole game, and that's the thing why they have won 30 games so far, is their forecheck is very heavy, Jeff, and they force mistakes, and they're going to capitalize on most of them if you let them.
Face-off came back to the point. Grebennikov sent that one in all the way through to Jeremy Pominville. No traffic in front. Pominville able to find that one. We'll get another face-off in the defensive end for Watertown. Joe Devaney skating into the circle. John Butita, just acquired by Carolina a couple weeks back. He'll go into the face-off circle. That one won back to the corner. Now gets slipped out to neutral ice area, gathered up by Klinetsky. Klinetsky gave it away, had it taken away by Devaney, but the puck's going to come right back out to center ice. Long outlet pass broken up, tried to get back to Devaney, but controlled by Colin Murray. Murray sends it out to the far side, racing into the offensive end, putting on the brakes. That was Krivoslavic had it into the offensive end, lost it. Puck goes back the other direction. Grebennikov trying to control, send it around. Wolves keep it in the offensive end. Goes to the corner, turning with it, putting it in behind the goal. That was Tyson Bruce that got it in behind. Puck gets lifted all the way up into the air, out to center ice, knocked down there, and controlled by Willie Lamoureux. Lamoureux playing his second weekend with the Watertown Wolves. Another kid fresh out of college that got signed to fill a couple of these roster spots. Puck far side held into the zone by Yuri Pastuka. Pastuka controls, sends it back along, comes right back to him. Pastuka sent it back out to the point, gets all sent around from George Holt. Holt got it all the way back into the corner. Puck comes around to the near side. Chad Herron controls, got a couple of players, Liam Little right on his back as they dig for the loose puck. Herron will control near side, and again he'll get bottled up. Now joining that battle will be Joe Cangelozzi. Puck comes loose, Baker controls, sends that one from the point, that one off the blocker of Jeremy Pominville. Cangelozzi slides it in behind the goal. Watertown able to tip it around to the near side. Baker's going to keep it in, puts it right in front of the goal. Puck down on the ice, and then a quick shot coming. That one missed all the way across the front of the goal from Chad Herron. Now the puck comes back the other direction. Liam Little skates into the offensive end, puts it in behind the goal. Corey Sherman down the far side, backs it into the corner. Liam Little goes to pick it up. Little gets taken off the puck by George Holt. Puck comes back the other way. Jan Solak skates down the right-hand side, lets a wrist shot go. That one knocked down off the blocker of Pominville. Does get outside the zone. But Corey did a great job to knock it down, but it did roll outside the blue line. So Kyle Powell will control, left it there for Corey Sherman. Sherman back to Powell. Powell slides it out to Vladimir Port. Near side, Port's just going to lift that one on goal. That one turned aside by Modica. Puck coming right back the other direction. Powell back to the Watertown end, picks up the loose puck all by himself. Jan Salak keeps an eye on him. Long outlet pass all the way down to Austin Filazzo. That one goes in behind. Filazzo, another kid that just signed with Watertown in the past week, jumping into the lineup here tonight, seeing his first action out on the ice. Desjardins control, slips it into the offensive end. Ryan Marker chases down to the corner. He'll slide it past Panachek. Gets it all the way around to the far side, controlled into the corner by Denny Zajac. Zajac controlling it. Ryan Marker also digging for the loose puck. Tying them up is Victor Grebenikoff, if he controlled. Now he gets it out to Panachek. Goes back to the far side. To Solak into the offensive end. This time down the left-hand side. Skates all the way around behind. Cole Sonstable gives him a little shot to the boards. Puck comes poking loose. Came right out in front. And Pominville able to turn that one aside off the shot from Jan Krivolovic. Solak control, sends it back to Grebenikoff near side. He'll settle in behind his own goal. Grebenikoff now skates out to the left-hand side, sends it up ice, tipped forward, comes right onto Klinetsky's stick. Klinetsky cross ice, quick shot coming, and went off the back of the pipe. It came all the way across. Pominville got caught out of shape, but luckily the Wolves able to clear it back out to neutral ice area. Now Pargotch control, tried to slide it in front, came right off the stick and back into the defensive end. Coming back out the other direction, puck drop there, slid all the way across to the near side. Klinetsky go to get it. He'll turn with it, came right out in front of the goal, parked it right down in front. Quick shot, that goes off the stick of Pominville, popped out to the far side of the goal. Klinetsky controls, lets another shot go. That hit a body, went to the far side. Wolves control the rebound. Devaney lifts it all the way across ice. That one knocked down far side by Tyson Bruce. Bruce able to slide it out to Dominic Bogsel. Bogsel to Devaney. Devaney had it poked off his stick, sends it back to the corner. Going back will be Pastuka to pick it up from there. Not out of the zone. Wolves control. That one sent all the way in on goal by Willie Lamoureux. That missed on the near side. Another shot on Modica. He turns that one aside easily, and the Thunderbirds able to race back out. Chad Herron gets up into the zone, jumps it all the way in behind the Watertown goal. Pominville out of the net. Will leave it there. It gets slid around to the far side. Corey Sherman now sends it back to the near side of the ice. That one gathered up by Ryan Swain. Swain takes a big body to the boards, gives up the puck. Cangelozzi controlled, got it into the Watertown end, but Vladimir Port's going to end up with it. He'll slip it out of the offensive end to Anthony Filazzo. Filazzo tried to slide it forward, had it poked away. Now Vlasov controls. We come right back the other way. He gives it to Cangelozzi. Cangelozzi lifts it into the Watertown end, giving chase down to pick it up. Will be Krivo-Shopkin. Got it back out to the point. Backcourt lets a quick shot go. That went all the way through and gathered up by Jeremy Pominville. Will get another stoppage in play.
What I noticed so far is Carolina is trying to isolate Salak as everything is going through Salak right now. I don't think I've seen him come off the ice that much in the first 9 minutes, so hopefully Watertown notices and they'll be able to double team and get Salak to mess up a little bit.
So puck right back the other way. Zajac gets it in the offensive side for Watertown. Gets taken off, but Ryan Marker will control the puck. Tried to get it back to him in behind. couldn't control it there. Vlasov takes it away, slides it out to the near side. Got it to Panachik. Panachik got it to Solak. Solak gave it right back. A little give and go. Panachik all the way around the back of the Watertown goal. Sends it out to Vlasov. Vlasov with a one-timer. Turned aside by Pominville. Then controlled by Solak near side. Solak takes it back in behind. He'll take it around. Gives it to Panachik. Panachik drops it back. Solak again comes out towards the slot. Gives it back to Stanislav Vlasov. Vlasov put it in front. And the one-timer from Panachik off the pad of Jeremy Pominville. Another quick shot. Pominville knocked it down. Rebound in front. Wolves finally able to lift that one out of the zone. And we will get an icing here. 10:24 remaining in the opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. No score here between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. Well, the one issue right now, David, for Watertown is with so many young guys just signed to PTOs out of college, guys just trying to find themselves right now on the ice.
Oh, absolutely. And what a game to do it is against the reigning champ.
Kleneski let a shot go. That hit Dallas Desjardins on the leg. Desjardins limped right back to the Watertown bench. Pass in behind. As Krivolovic was going to the goal, the pass was behind him, just got inside the zone, so puck back into the Carolina end. Grebenikov will control behind his own goal, sends it out to the near side. Gave it to Kleneski. Kleneski got it ahead to Pargach. Pargach slid it all the way across the front of the goal. Tried to get it onto the stick of Krivolovic. That one broke up. Wolves coming right back to their direction. Joe Devaney down in front, backhander. That one turned aside by Modica. And then a rebound shot goes all the way through and controlled by Carolina, racing out of the zone. Near side, Krivolovic have it. Now he'll wheel back towards his own blue line. Outlet pass came all the way to John Putita, missed him too far out in front, so the Wolves will control. Cole Sonstabo will settle the puck in behind the Watertown goal. Sonstabo controlling there, got Yuri Pastuka keeping an eye on him in behind, as well as Chad Heron as they are in forechecking. This one's going to get sent out. Icing will be waved off, so the controlled in the defensive end. Now long outlet pass. Coachman able to tip that one forward. Tried to get it onto the stick of Ryan Swain. That one broken up, so puck controlled in behind of the goal. It'll be Mike Baker for the Thunderbirds. He'll skate out to the near side. Sends it out as they come into the offensive end. Cangellosi able to tip it forward and gets by the defenseman. Cangellosi walks to the front of the goal. That's a quick shot go. And Pominville able to cover that one up, and we get a stoppage in play. Joe
the Wolves got to find a way to slow down this up. Pominville's doing a great job to maintain all 14 of these shots. But Carolina's attack is so quick and they're so relentless. How long can the defense hold until something breaks? The Wolves have to get some shots on goal themselves.
Well, media timeout here in the Watertown Municipal Arena. We want to remind you, following our game here tonight, you can join us on the Watertown Wolves Facebook page or on the YouTube page for the 9-Round Fitness post-game report, brought to you by 9-Round Fitness on County Route 202 in Watertown. Get fit, never hit. That's 9-Round Fitness. Check them out online, 9round.com. That's the number 9round.com. 9-Round Fitness, proud sponsors of our post-game player report. Well, so far, pretty evenly matched that we've seen. As we said, Watertown got a couple of guys trying to figure themselves out where they need to be, trying to match up some lines here with all these new youngsters in. But the other side, like you said, you've got a young guy between the pipes for Carolina, so the defense really trying to help him out.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see that Carolina's not going to allow a lot of room, as they do have the new goalie in there and a fresh young blood, basically. So hopefully the Wolves can find something to break through, because like I said, Carolina's attack is relentless and they're not going to stop, as they average about 60 shots a game, Jeff.
Face-off one goes around to the back of the goal, controlled by Watertown. Willie Lamrou able to send that one out. It gets intercepted, comes right back to neutral ice area. Tipped ahead into the offensive end, so icing is waved off. Cangellosi in chasing on the play. Watertown controls, sent over to Cole Sonstabo on the far side. Looked like Sonstabo, but was actually under the stick of Anthony Fulasso. That one came all the way into the corner, gathered up there, sent around. to the near side. Mike Baker controlled. Puck gets back onto the far side. George Holt has it. Holt's just going to slide it forward. He'll go for a line change. Cangelozzi tried to tip it towards the front of the goal, got popped right up into the air, and Pominville will glove that one, and we'll get another stoppage in play. So faceoff's going to go to the far side. It'll be just to Jeremy Pominville's right-hand side, skating into the faceoff circle. It'll be Peter Panachik for the Thunderbirds. Came out to the blue line. Vlasov able to keep it in, stuck it back into the corner, but Vladimir Port ends up with it for Watertown. He'll give it to Dallas Desjardins. Long outlet pass, going to go off the stick of Ryan Marker to the offensive end. Vlasov controls. He'll send it back to the near side. Panachik races through center ice. Now comes down the right-hand side, puts on the afterburners. Tried to get a shot off, but went off the stick of Vladimir Port, and the Wolves will control from there. Jan Solak in forechecking, though, is going to take the puck right back. Now Zajac takes him off the puck. Battle for the loose puck in the corner. Dallas Desjardins is going to come away with it. He'll put the brakes on, slid it out to the near side. Gave it to Zajac. Zajac gave it right back. Now cross ice pass right in front of the goal. Kyle Powell will control for Watertown. He's just going to lift that cross ice, put it into the corner. And that's going to get out of play. He sent it in, went off a stick and up and out of play. So the faceoff's going to come to the near side of Nicholas Modica. Joe Devaney skating into the faceoff circle against Colin Murray. Murray wins it back to the corner for the Thunderbirds, slides it out near side, puck controlled, and then taken away by Watertown at center ice. Now it goes to Dominic Bogzo. Bogzo backhanded it into the zone, but Grbenikoff sent it right back out. Now it's gathered up. Murray comes right back to the direction. Drop pass as he gets inside. Quick shot coming. That one turned aside by Pominville, but rebound came right back in front. Pargach sent it in front. They control from there. Turning around, coming right back is Krivolovic as he'll take it to the corner. Circles around, sending it across ice. Gathered up there. Quick shot coming off the stick of Klinetsky. That one never got through as it hit a body. Came back to Klinetsky. He'll let it go again. That hit a body, went to the corner. Gathered up there and held on to by Chad Herron. Herron now with a couple of Wolves players on his backside. Gets sent in behind. Coachman went to pick it up. Taken away, controlled, and sent around. Krivolovic had it, and then he'll head off. Murray headed back towards the bench. Wolves control. Joe Devaney trying to get out of the zone. Chad Herron keeps an eye on him. Long outlet pass. Wolves are going to be offside, so delayed offside called. Puck going right back the other direction, so no whistle. Sonstabo controls for Watertown in the defensive end. Skates in behind, leaves it for Joe Devaney in the corner. Devaney looking up ice, now comes out. He'll work out towards the blue line. His outlet pass knocked down by Cangelozzi, kept in the zone, but Herron not able to control. Another puck lifted all the way down the ice, and a nifty move coming to the front of the goal and letting a shot go. Got in behind the defense. Anthony Fulasso got in it and held it off his skate, took it off the stick, and tried to drag it to the backhand to get it by Mordecai. Mordecai came up with a huge save one-on-one with Fulasso. Puck coming out near side, does get outside the dome, tipped forward by Fulasso, all the way over into the Carolina bench, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
That was the break the Wolves needed right there, is one-on-one with the goalie. And unfortunately, I think the Nerds got to him as he was going in, but still, very nice attack by the Watertown Wolves, catching Carolina flat-footed.
Yeah, you're not going to do that very often. You got to take advantage when you get that opportunity, and they couldn't get it done at that time. Puck back into the Carolina end off the face-off. Panachik controls far side, just going to lift that into the zone. Pominville settles it down. He's going to leave it there on the short side for Tristan McKay. McKay has it taken away by Jan Solak. Solak turned it back. It came out to the point, sent right back in front. Quick shot coming. Krivo Shopkin had it. Now here comes the rebound. And Bako are able to knock that one towards the front of the goal. And Pominville's going to come up with that one. Found that one through some traffic. And we get another stoppage in play with 5:03 remaining.
The Wolves cannot allow these blue line shots, because one thing Carolina's good about, that we preach about, they put bodies in front of the net. As Carolina's defensive men all have almost double-digit goals because of that.
Shot deflected right in front of the goal, missed on the far side, then a long dump in shot. That one gathered up by Jeremy Pominville as he'll scoop that one up with the big catcher and get another stoppage in play here. It's kind of odd. This game, you said, didn't know what to expect coming in. You're seeing the number one team in the FPHL. They've been the number one team throughout the entire season. They've never looked back right from the beginning of the year. And so you're looking forward to that game, see how you're going to match up. As we said, lineups completely changed for Watertown. And as the Thunderbirds also with some new guys just thrown in this last week here. So it's kind of a different look. And it's kind of an odd look to this first period.
Almost definitely. The Wolves are definitely matching up right now. As it's not just this year, Jeff. I think this Carolina team has only lost less than 20 games in the past 2 years. So that just shows the power that they have. I think last year they won at least 41 games. So that's 70 wins in 2 years for a franchise that just came back to the league only 3 years ago.
And, of course, last year becoming the Commissioner's Cup champions in what was a legendary series between them and the Elmira Enforcers. It was a lot of fun to watch. As if you're a spectator for both teams, it had to be fun to be a part of. I'm sure Elmira didn't enjoy it as much, but Elmira first year in the league got into the Commissioner's Cup, and it was a hard-fought series between them and the Carolina Thunderbirds. And Thunderbirds looking to go 2 for 2 here with Cup championships. Going to be a tough road once they get to the playoffs. Cangelozzi let a quick shot go, and that one just missed on the far side. Cangelozzi missed by about 3 inches from putting Carolina up by a goal here late in period number 1. Puck controlled by Chad Heron, now gets poked out. Mike Baker keeps it in. Baker lifts it on the goal. Baker let that flip, and it went way high, and Pominville just gloves that out of the air, and we'll get another stoppage in play. 3:40 remaining in the opening frame here from the Watertown Municipal Arena.
But now, Jeff, we have this new playoff format that you have to win 2 rounds before you even get to the Commissioner Cup Finals. So it's definitely going to be an interesting playoff format as we see it coming up in April.
And I'll tell you what, doesn't matter what level it is, whether it's here, you go up to the ECHL, the SPHL, the AHL, or the NHL, playoff hockey, there is nothing better. I'll tell you, in sports, playoff hockey is just a riot to watch. Even if you end up in the losing end of it, which my Bruins did last year in the NHL, but still, it's always great watching playoff hockey.
Absolutely, and that's when you want to play the best hockey is get your players healthy and play the best hockey when it really counts to get that championship. Because as players said, you don't get in championships very often, so you got to take advantage of it.
So stoppage in play here in the corner. We'll get them lined up. We'll try it one more time. 3:11 remaining opening period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Full slate of hockey again in the FPHL here this evening. We'll update those scores for you when we go to break. This one all the way out of the zone. Klinetsky comes back to pick it up. He'll wheel, lifts it right back into the offensive end, cross ice to the corner, giving chase from there. And picking it up, Pargach had it taken away, and is going to end up right back onto the stick of Murray. Colin Murray had it taken away. Grebenikov now controls that center ice, slides it cross ice, gets it up into there. Krivolovic had it taken away, tried to get it back in front of the goal. Dominic Bogswell comes back into the defensive end, picks it up for Watertown, slid that one out, got sent right back towards the Watertown defensive end. Vladimir Port will control for Watertown. 2:28 remaining in the opening period. No score between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. Just about 18 minutes played, period number 1. Long outlet pass for Kyle Powell, near side. Too far for Powell to get to. Puck controlled onto the near side. Cangelozzi again races out of the defensive end. He's got Heron down the center of the ice. Gave it to him. Heron tried to give it back. That one broken up, and the Wolves look to send it out. Controlling the puck near side, Ryan Swain lifted it out. Got it to Kyle Powell. It was bouncing, so Powell couldn't put a stick on it. Puck in behind the Carolina goal, holding on to it, George Holt for the Thunderbirds, setting up the offense there, looking up at the clock, 1:40 remaining in the opening period. Now they'll move the puck out to the left-hand side, long outlet pass, came onto the stick of Peter Panachik. Panachik controlling, skates back into his own end, sends it over to Bakor near side. Bakor had it, gave it to Vlasov. Vlasov back to Bakor. Bakor avoids the check, gives it back to Vlasov, shoots, and a huge boot save by Jeremy Pominville, and the rebound just missed. Long outlet pass, knocked down, and it'll be a glove pass. So a hand pass will be called. That's going to stop a rush for the Carolina Thunderbirds as they were ready to head right back to the attack one more time.
Wolves dodge a bullet there as Panachik, who usually don't miss it, had a wide open net and put it wide left. Wolves definitely have to do something to get into that offensive zone as Carolina is not letting them enter the zone very easily.
Face off in the defensive end for Carolina. Colin Murray skates into the circle against Joe Devaney for the Wolves. Murray won that back through his legs, goes back to Grebennikov in the corner. He'll slide it out to the near side. Puck picked up by Murray at center ice, tried to slide it by Denny Zajac. Zajac took that one away. Puck comes off the glass, hit Pargach right up on the face, and Pargach put his hand up to try to protect his face. Puck hit him, and the official's going to call him for a hand pass. And that's one of those inadvertent things. He was trying to protect his face. Really no intent there.
I've noticed all the referees of the FPHL are very strict with the hand pass nowadays. Don't matter if you're trying to protect yourself, they're going to call it every time just so you don't get an advantage.
So Yuri Pargach argues a little bit, but then skates away from it. Dominic Bogsel skates around, coming out from behind the Watertown goal was Cole Sonstable, slid it out to center ice, and the pass was behind, so it gets broken up. We go right back the other direction, back into the offensive end. Wolves controlling there, sent all the way to the far side. Sonstable wheels back towards the back of the Watertown goal, sends it over to Justin Coachman. Coachman lifts it off the glass to Bogsel. Bogsel tips it towards center. Nobody there in a red sweater, and it gets sent right back into the Watertown end. And another errant pass for the Wolves as that one went through center. Krivolovic controlled, sent it forward for Carolina, got it in the offensive end. 17 seconds left, Wolves controlling it. Justin Coachman holds onto it in behind the Watertown goal. Looks like he's content to just let the clock wind away here. The last couple seconds of the opening period from the Watertown Municipal Arena. And that will bring an end to the first frame here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. No score between the visiting Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves here after 20 minutes of play. And I'm thinking right now, David, if you're a Watertown Wolves fan or the Watertown Wolves themselves, coming into this matchup tonight, you get through that first period, you survive the first period, and it's almost kind of a moral victory and gives you a little bit looking forward.
Oh, most definitely is. I don't think Carolina's ever been held scoreless in the first period, and I could see that as a Watertown as a win because you're still in this game. But now you got to make those changes. You got to get into that offensive zone. As we just noticed, Carolina's pushing two defenders in the offensive zone on the forecheck, and their three are at the red line. They're trying not to go beyond the red line towards their defensive zone. So the Watertown's got to find a way to connect these passes as Carolina's not going to let down. They're going to keep playing defensive hockey, and they're going to attack every chance they get as they're already at 26 shots in the first period. So hopefully something's going to change good for Watertown and get a goal in here.
Well, you talked about it earlier, and watching the last half of that period, and the Carolina Thunderbirds do apply a lot of pressure. They don't give you much room to work with the puck. If you're getting a pass or you're sending a pass, there's somebody marked up on you the whole time. So they are very aggressive all the way up and down the ice. As you said earlier, they aren't going to give you opportunities to move the puck. You're going to have to make your passes count. Wolves had one golden opportunity here in the first period. Couldn't put one by. Modica made a nice one-on-one save to keep it a 0-0 game here. The first really quality chance of the game for Watertown. So looking at the first period, Carolina outshoots Watertown 27-14 after 20 minutes of play. No power plays in the first period. Looking around the FPHL, the rest of the league in Harrington, Delaware this evening, the Delaware Thunder hosting the Battle Creek Rumblebees out of Battle Creek, Michigan. 6-0 the score there in period number 2. The Delaware Thunder leading the Battle Creek Rumblebees. The Elmira Enforcers are home tonight in Elmira, New York. They host the Danville Dashers out of Danville, Illinois. 2-0 the Enforcers with the early lead down in Elmira, New York this evening, trying to go 2 for 2 as they won last night against the Dashers in a home contest on a Thursday evening. The Port Huron Prowlers out of Port Huron, Michigan are in Menor, Ohio, taking on the Icebreakers tonight. That game knotted up at 0 apiece in the first period. And the Danbury Hat Tricks, number 1 team in the Eastern Division, are in Columbus, Georgia tonight, taking on the Columbus River Dragons. That game, end of period number 1, knotted up at 1 goal apiece. As we said, things pretty much squared away in the Western Division, except who's going to be where in that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place battle. Carolina obviously will end up the number 1 seed out of the West. Said Port Huron in the 2nd spot with 77 points, Danville with 73 points, Columbus 59, and Battle Creek out of the picture. The first team eliminated this year, only 4 points on the year. Looking at the Eastern Division, it is Danbury, as we said, top of the pile with 88 points. Elmira with 84 holds on to the number 2 spot. That could get interesting over the next couple of weeks, that battle for the number 1 spot in the East, should Danbury falter and Elmira get really hot right now. Watertown into that 3rd spot, comfortably into the 3rd spot. Obviously is probably going to end up either in the 2nd or 3rd position in the East. And right now it is Menor holding on to the number 4 spot. I think with the handful of games left to go here in the 2019-2020 season, Menor looks like they're going to end up as the number 4 seed in the Eastern Division. We're going to take a short break here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Don't go away. 40 more minutes of hockey to go as the number 1 team in the FPHL, the Carolina Thunderbirds, visiting your Watertown Wolves on a snowy Friday night here in Northern New York. For David Page, my name is Jeff Barrett. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, welcome back into the Watertown Municipal Arena. We get set for period number 2 between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves here this evening. Knotted up at 0 apiece after 20 minutes of play. I want to thank you for joining us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey on this snowy evening in northern New York. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fusillo Subaru in Watertown, located at 18352 US Route 11. For new and used Subaru sales and service, you can browse them online at FusilloSubaru.com or visit them on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Fusillo Subaru, proud sponsors of your Watertown Wolves home broadcast. Also want to thank the good folks from Tunes 92.5, 104.5 here in Watertown for broadcasting our game on the radio here this evening. Red Friday in Watertown, RED, as we remember everyone deployed, as we honor the great young men and women around the world to protect our freedom, and of course our neighbors from right here in Fort Drum, New York. Jeff Barrett along with David Page getting ready to bring you period number 2, and we've said it a number of times through that first period. Kind of an interesting matchup here this evening, and that's kind of the way period number 1 played out.
Most definitely. Like I said, holding Carolina scoreless the first period, I'd see that as a win, as this is probably one of the most dominant teams ever put together in FBHL history within the last 2 years. So definitely a win in the first period for Watertown, not giving up a goal. Palmville standing on his head. Let's hope he continues it. And with Carolina, they have a rookie goalie right out of college, as we said earlier. Hopefully we can get some goals. I lost my mic. We lost the mics.
Well, we get ready for period number 2 here from the Watertown Municipal Arena, as we said.
Okay, you're good.
Nicholas Modica getting the start for the Thunderbirds here this evening. Kid who played his college about an hour and a half down the road here from Watertown at SUNY Cortland. His college career just finished, and he signed PTO with the Carolina Thunderbirds. Young man's been pretty good through period number 1, standing up there. It doesn't seem to have phased him at all. Stepping up to the next level. Puck back into the offensive end.
Check.
You good?
Puck controlled in the defensive end for the Carolina Thunderbirds, heading out of the zone, controlling the puck. Gleb Krivoshovkin got it into the offensive end. Now it comes right back out, skips over the stick of Klinetsky. Klinetsky will control it, though, sends it right back out. Wolves intercepted. Dallas Desjardins able to get it to Ryan Marker near side. Marker's just going to lift one on goal. Modica's going to grab that one out of midair. He'll hold on to it, and we'll get a stoppage in play. 40 seconds gone in the second period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena.
I think that's the first time that Modica has actually caught the puck.
So face-off in the offensive end, and skating in was Joe Devaney. He won it back from Murray, but the puck comes out. Kribolovic controls, drops it onto the far side. Quick shot coming. That one went all the way through. Pargach let a big shot go. Klinetsky able to keep it in, sends it right back into Murray. Murray slid it towards the front of the goal. Couldn't control from there. Klinetsky not letting the puck out of the zone, though. Slides it right back in front. Pargach was there, couldn't get a stick on it, and it gets lifted out towards the blue line. Kept in by Grebennikov. He'll slide it right back to the front of the goal, and Jeremy Pominville has seen enough of that. He's going to cover that up and get a stoppage in play, hoping for the defense to recover a little bit after that rush.
Almost definitely, but you also notice Palmville's picking up the puck a lot. He's not going to give this Carolina offense the extra rebound, so he's just going to freeze the puck as much as he can, and hopefully his defense will step up for him.
Face-off one comes back behind the Watertown goal. Turning with it is Constable, brought it back into the offensive end. Puck came all the way through. Tried to get a centering pass over to Anthony Filazzo. Filazzo had that one taken away. Puck controlled in behind by Watertown. Held on by Ryan Swain. Swain turns with it. He gets tangled up along the boards. Right on his back is Mike Baker. Baker harassing him. He'll get it back to Filazzo in front of the goal. Filazzo controls, gets knocked down in behind. Puck's going to squirt on the far side. Pastuca able to skate out, but it's sent right back into the offensive end by Watertown. Controlled near side, though. George Holt had it. Holt gets it forward. Gets it right onto the stick of Pastuca. Pastuca dropped it for Heron. Heron gave it right back. Quick shot coming. That one knocked down by Pominville. Pominville, a couple of shots right on the doorstep, able to keep those out. Now controlled by Heron. He'll slide it around. Dallas Desjardins will chase for Watertown. Outlet pass intercepted by Cangelozzi and kept in the offensive end. Coachman will control for Watertown. Big kid out of Rochester, New York, who now actually calls Watertown, New York home. He'll hold on to the puck, slides it out far side. Ryan Marker will control. Marker comes down, drags the puck, comes to the front of the goal, lets a shot go. Modica able to turn that one away, and the Thunderbirds trying to get it out. So Locke controls far side. Panachik right there, but the Wolves hold it in the offensive end. Ryan Marker will give chase. Got Vlasov right on his back now. Comes out to the point, sent right on goal. That one off the shot of Willie Lamoureux. That one broken up. We go right back the other direction. Skating out of the zone. Krivo Shopkin had it, sent it to the corner. Gathered up on the far side to Jan Salak. He took a big hit, lost the puck. So the puck comes out near side. Watertown controls, trying to get it back to the offensive end. Dominic Bogsel had it poked away off his stick, and the puck will go right back the other direction. Panachik trying to get to the offensive end, got it over to Salak far side. Salak went off his skate, so Watertown controlled. Lifted out onto the far side, knocked down, didn't get out of the zone. As McKay tried to send it, comes around to the near side, gathered up. Klinetsky had it poked off his stick, so they get outside the blue line. Now the puck controlled by Watertown. Racing up, Tyson Bruce has it. Bruce drops it there for Liam Little. Little shot, hit a stick, pop straight up into the air. Bruce ends up with it, backs it in front of the goal. That one gathered up very quickly by Grabenikoff and sent right back to neutral ice area. So Watertown controls. Kyle Powell sends it cross ice. Vladimir Port, young man out of Czechoslovakia, slides it into the offensive end. Modica out of the goal will settle it down, and then racing right back out on the far side, Willie Klinetsky. He'll get into the offensive end. Broken up as they went in. Joe Devaney controlled the Wolves right back the other direction. Devaney down the left-hand side. Tried it to the front of the goal. Filasso couldn't get to it. Devaney now in a battle behind the goal, and the puck's going to get, the goal going to get lifted up into the air off the backside, and we'll get a stoppage of play with just over 14 minutes played in period number 2.
I'm very happy with the way that Watertown is playing Carolina right now. As there is now the roles are reversed, as Rochester is not letting Carolina advance as easy into the offensive zone. I'm very impressed with the Watertown defense right now.
So face-off far side, Joe Cangelozzi skates into the face-off circle. Wolves control it. Vladimir Port has it, tried to put it in front of the goal to Corey Sherman. That hit a skate. Then it's gathered up by George Holt. Holt's going to get back out to neutral ice. He'll leave it for Chad Heron. Heron slides it over, but Cangelozzi's going to end up with it. Cangelozzi went towards the front of the goal. Kyle Powell took it away. Filasso control now comes right back. Pastuca lets a shot go. Had a backhand turned aside and then lifted back out to neutral ice area. Mike Baker controls. He and Corey Sherman in a battle for the loose puck. Pastuca will control, though. Slides it out to center ice. Too far for Cangelozzi to get to, so Port breaks that one up. But Cangelozzi comes in, takes the puck away, goes right to the front of the goal. Pominville able to turn it aside. Mike Baker keeps it in the offensive end. Gave it to Pastuca. He'll slide it all the way around behind the goal. Heron controls for Carolina in the offensive end. Slides out to George Holt. Holt went to the slot, let a quick shot go. Pominville turned it away. Then the rebound by Heron also turned aside by Jeremy Pominville. This one gets lifted out towards center ice. Panachik had it. Wolves got in offside, had to back off, could not play the puck. Turning back, will head the other direction. Panachik comes down the left-hand side, puts the brakes on, lets a shot go. That hit a body. That went to the corner. Gathered up near side. Salak has it, gives it back to Vlasov. Vlasov far side, tried to send it in deep. Got it onto the stick of Stanislav Bakor. Backcourt controls. He'll come back towards the slot. Puts it on goal. That hit a body. Went to the corner. Vlasov controls. Sends it in behind. Puck gathered up by Peter Panachik. Panachik behind. Slides it out. Quick shot coming from Bakor. That one turned aside by Pominville. And a wild rush here. And then turned, and Wolves tried to clear it. Went off the stick and up and out of play. Wow, a wild flurry right there. And the Wolves luckily dodging a bullet.
Oh, most definitely. I was getting a little bit nervous there, Jeff. But hopefully now the Wolves got their bearings, got some fresh legs out there. And let's hope they get back down here and get some attack going, as it's been very impressive lately for the Wolves.
Face off, and then we're going to get an immediate whistle and try one more time. The official all the way over near side didn't like that. He saw somebody skate in ahead of the play. So we'll try it one more time. Murray in against Devaney. Murray won it back to the point. Puck came back, sent right in front, right onto the goal. Off the stick of Jan Krivolovic. That one went right onto the goal, and Jeremy Pominville able to find that through some traffic. And we'll get another stoppage in the play. 6 minutes played here, period number 2. Again, no score between these two teams, battling for only the second time in the 2019-2020 season. This is the last set of games that the Carolina Thunderbirds will play outside the Western Division. The rest of their games are all divisional games, the final crossover series of the year for them. And they'd like to come away with a couple of wins here in Watertown. Wolves control. Liam Little, far side. Gives it to Sotstable. Sotstable wrists one towards the goal! And that was popped up in the air. And somehow Modica found that one. And the Wolves fans here jumped to their feet. They thought it went over his shoulder. Somehow he was able to nab that one. And we stay tied at 0.
I bet you that got his blood boiling a little bit. A little nervous right there. I honestly thought it went in.
One goes back to the far side. Wolves keep it in the zone, though. Goes back to the point. Cangelozzi digging for the loose puck, trying to send it out. Battle for that loose puck. Controlled and now sent outside the blue line. Well, looking for some stats on Modica other than some of his playing stats, looking at some of his bio, there's nothing listed as he was just signed PTO today by the Carolina Thunderbirds. But looking at the young man down there in the pipes, when he stands up, his shoulders are just above the top of the crossbar. So not the tallest guy in the pipes, just a young guy, but doing a great job so far. And with a beautiful save there a minute ago to keep a tied game here in period at number 2. Puck sent out to center ice. Puck comes to the near side. Salak trying to crash into the offensive end. Has it taken away. Comes out to the near side. Panachik couldn't control. And it comes all the way back out to center ice. Gathered up there by Stanislav Bekor. Bekor controls. He'll give it to Stanislav Vlasov. Vlasov sent it cross ice. Does get back outside the blue line. So puck controlled. Sent out into the Watertown end. Comes back towards the other end. Zajac couldn't control it. Now loose puck, center ice. Gathered up and turned by Krivolovic. He'll get it back into the offensive end, send it all the way across to Alice Desjardins. Intercepts it for Watertown, puts it back behind the Watertown goal, trying to send it around to the near side. That one broken up as Willie Lamoureux went to get it. Lamoureux able to stick it out to Ryan Marker near side. Marker gets to the offensive end, crashes down the right-hand side, puts the brakes on. Sends it over to the near side. Zajac controls. Gets it up to Kyle Powell. Powell sends it to Port, far side. Port puts it towards the front of the goal. That hit a leg and popped right back outside the zone. It only got about 8 foot away from the point. But Vladimir Port controls, slips it right back to the offensive end. And Modica comes out of the goal. And the only thing coming down is just slid in easily. He stopped it with a stick. But the Wolves crashing in towards the offensive end. So that will get covered up, and we get a stoppage in play. 11:24 remaining in the period at number 2. Face-off, one shot, hit a leg, never got through. Now controlled by the Thunderbirds. Back the other way. Krivolovic had it, lost it for a second. Wolves gather it up, comes out to center ice. Controlled off the stick of Tyson Bruce. He'll lose it, goes right back into the Watertown end. Joe Devaney racing back to pick it up. Puck in on the goalkeeper. Modica, he'll send that all the way around. Racing out is Gerbenikov, far side. Got it to Krivolovic. Krivolovic lets the shot go. That hit a skate. It's going to get up and out of play, and we'll get another stoppage here. 10:48 remaining, period number 2. No score between the Watertown Wolves and the Carolina Thunderbirds. Face off back to the near side. It will be Cangelozzi into the circle against Corey Sherman. Cangelozzi won it back. George Holt controls near point, wheels around, turns, goes down towards the red line, tries to get in behind the Watertown goal. Holt controlling the puck, turning with it there. Battle, a couple of guys tangled up right in front of the Watertown goal, down on the ice. Now it comes out near side. Pachuca lets a shot go. That one turned aside off the leg of Jeremy Pominville. Another weak shot went through. Pominville sent that one to the corner. Puck controlled far side. Battle for the loose puck, I should say, on the corner as Ryan Swain controlled for Watertown, slides it around to the near side. That one lifted, but not out of the zone. Sonstable tried to slide it out. Puck comes right back to the corner, near side. Coachman sends it all the way around. Held into the offensive end, centering pass coming. That got knocked down, never got all the way through. Jan Salak controlled. Now the puck will come all the way around. Salak races cross ice, picks it up near side, putting the pressure on, but the Wolves will control. Corey Sherman skates out towards the offensive end. 3 black sweaters surround him. So the puck taken away, goes right back the other direction. Justin Coachman controlled, got it to Cole Sonstable, come through center ice. Salak lost control of it. Dennis Zajac able to race in, picks up the loose puck, sends it around the back. Corey Sherman will give chase. Sherman's going to end up with it, sends it back to the near side. Puck controlled, sent back to the corner. Anthony Filasso able to get it in behind. And then Mike Baker controlled for the Thunderbirds. Came back, Ryan Marker shot one off the side of the goal. Odd angle shot, tried to stick it onto the near side, and that puck came right back to the half board. Controlled by Zajac. Zajac sends it all the way across ice. Dallas Desjardins holds onto it. He'll send it back to the point, comes back to Desjardins again. He'll get it to Filasso near side. Filasso gave it right back to Lamoureux. Lamoureux back to Filasso, but the puck goes all the way to the corner. Ryan Marker had it for a second. Vlasov's going to end up with it. He'll send it cross ice, gathered up on the far side by Krivel Shopkin. He'll get it out to neutral ice area and down into the Watertown end. So the Wolves have to reel back, pick it up. Marker controls. He'll just dump it to the corner. Wolves going for a change on the dump in. Stanislav Vlasov skates out behind the Carolina goal, sends it out on the near side. Murray couldn't get to it, pass too far, so we're going to get an icing call, and that'll bring a face-off all the way back down in to the Carolina end of the ice. 8:31 remaining, period at number 2 here from the Watertown Municipal Arena, and I thought we were headed to our media timeout, but not quite yet apparently, as we will keep playing on. Face-off near side, sent out. Krivolava got it out to the neutral ice area, sent it into the offensive end. Murray giving chase there. Kyle Powell on his back. They will collide in the corner, battling for the loose puck. Gets squirted out on the far side. Devaney comes out behind the goal. Long outlet pass, knocked down, and going to the offensive end. Quick shot coming. Modica turned that one to the corner off the stick of Tyson Bruce. Gets gathered up in behind. Bruce controls again, tried to slide it out to the front of the goal. Nobody there in a red sweater. So here we go right back the other direction. 3-on-2 opportunity for the Thunderbirds. Murray slid it to the front of the goal. Nobody there in a black sweater could put a stick on it. Got tangled up. Grebennikov able to keep it in far point. Slid it back again. Big wrist shot coming from a tough angle on the far side. That was Jan Krivolavik, and Pominville follows that one right into his stomach, covers it up, and we get a stoppage in play. 7:45 remaining in the opening frame here, or excuse me, period number 2 from the Watertown Municipal Arena. And we do have our media timeout on the ice. So 7:45 remaining, period number 2 here, knotted up at 0 between these two teams on a very stormy, snowy evening here in northern New York. The last 24, 48 hours has been really kind of interesting here in Watertown. As we said, almost 4 foot of snow throughout the region, depending on where you are in northern New York. But anyway, the people have showed up. Not a big crowd, but they are supporting their Wolves here this evening. Again, we'll remind you to join us on the Watertown Wolves post-game report on the YouTube page and as well as the Watertown Wolves Facebook page, brought to you by 9 Round Fitness on County Route 202 in Watertown. Their webpage is 9round.com. That's the number 9, the word round.com. They're on County Route 202. Their motto, get fit, never hit. 9 Round Fitness, official sponsors of your Watertown Wolves post-game report. Well, we go back to action. Puck gets out to neutral ice area. Liam Little controlling for Watertown. Just going to back that down to the offensive end. Puck gathered up in behind by George Holt. He'll control there. Sends it around to Mike Baker. Baker turning with it. Baker looking up ice. Sends the puck back to the near side. Holt will hold on to it. He'll turn. Sends it all the way across ice. Puck was way too far for Pastuca to get to. And we're going to end up with an icing call because of the long outlet pass. So the puck's going to come back down in to the Carolina end of the ice. Folks, these same two teams will be at it again tomorrow evening right here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Puck will drop at 7:30 here in Watertown. We'd love to have you here at the barn in Watertown joining us for some great FPHL hockey action. If not, we're glad you can join us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey. We're glad to have you listening in or watching with us here this evening. And while we got a second, say hello to all the fans from the Carolina area, the Carolina fans watching online here this night. Hope you're enjoying your hockey game here this evening. Puck back through center ice. Ryan Marker controls, has it taken away. Puck's going to come back the other way. Heron slid it forward to Cangelosi. Quick shot coming from Jan Salak. That went all the way across the front of the goal. Now Heron came to the near side. Puck set down in front. Big scramble in front of the open goal. Comes back again. A huge save. Salak let a shot go, and sliding all the way to the left was Jeremy Pominville to take it away and keep us knotted up at 0. Jan Salak back the other direction. Is just going to lift that one on goal. It bounces to Pominville. He'll catch that one. We'll get a stoppage of play. 6:35 remaining in the period number 2. And David, that's one of the better saves we've seen Pominville make in a while. He had to travel all the way across the front of the goal to save that one.
Oh, absolutely. As I said earlier, Carolina is very good about putting those bodies in front of the net. And with that, Pominville could have found it, but excellent save by Pominville.
Face-off goes to the far side. Dominic Bogsell controlled. He's just going to send it cross ice. Foot race into the Carolina end. Stanislav Vlasov will control. Got a body on his back, but then it gets turned, sent to Solak. Solak back to the near side. Panachik has it. Comes down the left-hand side. Puts the brakes on. Lets his shot go. That hit a skate. Went all the way through. Now out onto the far side. Joe Devaney tried to clear. That hit a body and never got through neutral ice. And gets back into the far side. Sent right back in. And now we are going to get a stoppage in play. We're going to get our first power play of the evening. Dominic Bogsell is going to come sit down for the Watertown Wolves. So the first extra man advantage will go to the Carolina Thunderbirds here this evening. Carolina on the season has had 172 power play opportunities, 35 power play goals for a .203 power play percentage. Watertown, on the other hand, they've been shorthanded 149 times. They've allowed 29 power play goals for a .805, a penalty kill. So our first power play of the night comes at just over 6 minutes to play in the second period. Puck down the far side. Murray's going to rip it around to the near boards, gathered up. Krivolovic had it, sends it back to Klinetsky. Klinetsky gave it to the far side, came back to Klinetsky, back to Krivolovic near side. Krivolovic gives it back to Klinetsky. Klinetsky sends it in deep. Murray with a quick shot. The one-timer is going to get underneath of Jeremy Pominville. Pominville able to drop down, smother that one. 1:24 left in the man advantage. So Dominic Bogsell going for 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike, away from the play, and that's the kind of penalty you hate to see him take, especially at this point of the game when you're still knotted up at 0.
Almost definitely, and this is not the team you want to give a power play to, because once they get a lead, it's very hard to get back in the game.
Puck comes out to the near side. Krivolovic controls, sends it cross ice, got it under the stick of Klinetsky again. Klinetsky gave it down in deep to Pargach. Pargach back to Klinetsky, back to Krivolovic, centering pass coming! That hit a body in front, just missed on the far side. Wolves control. Liam Little trying to get out. We got a delayed penalty coming. Liam Little's going to get taken from behind. We're going to get a cross-checking call. So the Wolves, in 1 minute from now, will end up with a 1 minute power play. Exactly 1 minute away. Colin Murray's going to sit down for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Easy call for the official standing right there as Little just got taken from behind over on the far side.
And the great thing is now the face-off is all the way down to the Carolina end, so hopefully the Wolves now can get something clicking. This 4-on-4 creates a lot of space for the power play. Let's hope the Wolves can capitalize on this.
So as David said, we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next minute, and then the Wolves are going to get an abbreviated power play here in the second period. So the first two penalties coming simultaneously, or back-to-back, I should say, not actually simultaneously, but back-to-back here, period number 2, just over 15 minutes played. Puck loose, far side, controlled by Zajac. Zajac tried to get it to the front of the goal. That one broken up by Baker. Baker controls, sends it all the way across to George Holt. Holt on the right-hand side, gets into the offensive end, lifts it all the way across ice. 31 seconds left in the 4-on-4 skate. Puck around to the far side. Joe Cangelozzi able to keep it in the offensive end. Now the Wolves able to get it out over the blue line. George Holt has to come back. He'll pick it up. 17 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Holt down the far side, steps inside the blue line, tried to send it over to Vlasov. It's going to go off Vlasov's skate, back out to neutral ice area with 6 seconds remaining in the even skate. The Wolves about to get Bogsel back on the ice. Then they will have a 1-minute power play. Shot goes out, gets turned over, comes back towards center. Wolves controlling now into the offensive. Bogsel near side, turns in the corner, holds onto the puck. He'll stop there on the near half board. Steps out, slides it back into Ryan Marker. Marker get it right back out to the point. Tyson Bruce controls, gave it back to Ryan Marker. Marker wheels around, sends it in deep. Bogsel in behind the goal, looks out to the far side. Gave it to Cole Sonstable. Sonstable turns, sends it all the way across ice to Marker. Marker turns, tried to slide it in front. That one got knocked down. Sonstable does a great job keeping it in the offensive end. He'll slide it back in front. That one gathered up again by Ryan Swain. Swain sent it back to the far side. Now it comes back to Ryan Marker. Marker on the corner, sent it right across the goal. That one got tipped in behind. Controlled by Swain in behind. Gets sent out on the far side, then lifted all the way down the ice by Yuri Pastuka. 4 seconds left. So neither team able to take advantage of their first power play opportunities here this evening. Puck gathered up near side. Krivolovic able to get it all the way up forward. Got it right onto the stick of Pargach. Yuri Pargach took it to the corner. Now it goes out to Grabenikov far side. He'll send it to Konecki near side. That one sent through. Goes all the way to the corner. Grabenikov controls far side. Holds onto it for a second. Sends it back to the near side. Krivolovic send it down in deep. Wrap around coming on the far side. Puck loose. And a battle, a couple of bodies down on the ice. Pargach pops right back up. And then this one's going to get lifted up and out of play. And the Wolves looking for a delay of game call, but the official right there signaling that it was deflected. We get a stoppage of play. 2:21 left in period number 2. Again, no score between the Watertown Wolves and the league-leading Carolina Thunderbirds.
As I said earlier, Jeff, I'd see it as a win, holding Carolina scoreless to this time with this many players down and this young players that had just signed with the Wolves. Very impressed with the Wolves are playing right now.
Quick shot coming, hit a couple bodies in front. Pominville lost sight of it, but the puck poked out all the way to the near side. Gathered up by Zajac. Zajac put it in front. Quick shot coming from Dave Jarlet. Big rebound off the glove of Modica. The Wolves not able to take advantage. George Holt will control. Brings it out to neutral ice. Now he'll wheel back towards his own end. Just under 2 minutes to play in the period. Puck back behind the Watertown blue line, gathered up by Tristan McKay. McKay sends it near side. Lamoureux able to slip it into the offensive end. Modica out of the goal, settles the puck down there. He'll leave it for Mike Baker in behind. Baker looking for the outlet. Dominic Bogsel in for checking. Ryan Marker also into the zone here as long outlet pass gets tipped ahead. Controlled by Lamoureux and then taken away. And a golden opportunity for Panachik. Could put a stick on it. Couldn't do anything with it. He'll control anyway. He'll come back towards the blue line, lifts it towards the goal. And Jeremy Pominville gloves that one, looks up. And he can see that he's got Jan Salak standing right in front of him. So he'll hold on to that. We'll get a stoppage in play with 1:18 remaining in the second period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Face-off defensive end for Watertown. Came back to Jan Solak. He tried to get a shot off, hit a stick, went to the corner. So Boxall's just going to send it around to the near side. Vlasov sneaking in, but the Wolves able to poke it outside the zone. Solak controlling back in his own end. Got it out to neutral ice. Gave it to Krivoshavkin, came right back to him off the sticks. So Krivoshavkin into the corner, sends it all the way around. Devaney will control. 1 minute to play here in period number 2. Slot controls far side, put it in front. That one redirected, missed on the far side. So now skating out of the zone will be Cole Sonstable. He gave it to Devaney. Devaney tried to poke it in the offensive end. He hit Panachik with it. Puck does go into the Carolina end with 37 seconds left. Stanislav Vlasov controls the puck, standing behind his own goal. Vlasov looks out near side, sends it all the way through. Krivolovic able to get a tip on that, so that took off the icing. And then right back the other direction, turned over, neutral ice. Colin Murray skates in the offensive end, goes to the right-hand side, lets a shot go. Just missed over the top of the goal. Big rebound, came all the way down. Klonetsky controls near side, gave it back to Grabenikov. Shot coming from the point, and that one covered up by Jeremy Pominville. And now we got a conversation between a couple of players down there. First time we've seen any sign of some rust out here with these guys.
I think that's the first time I've seen Coachman actually push somebody in the last couple weeks, because this is a team he's got to stay big and bad. Because as Justin Coachman, I think, is our enforcer as of right now, with no longer having Chase Tippett.
So faceoff's going to come in at the Watertown end. Colin Murray into the faceoff circle against Dallas Desjardins. Murray won it back through his leg. Big black coming from Klonetsky. That goes off the stick of Pominville, up and out of play with 4.3 seconds left. We get another stoppage. One more offensive faceoff here for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Murray into the faceoff circle again against Corey Sherman. Sherman wins that one forward, tries to poke it out of the zone, won't get it there. Klonetsky turn, lets a shot go, and the horn will sound, and we got an end to period number 2 here at the Watertown Municipal Arena, and we are tied at 0 after 40 minutes of play here at the Watertown rink. We'll take a quick look around the FPHL here this evening. Look at shots on goal first here in period number 2. Again, Carolina out shooting Watertown 23-12. Total for the game, and David, you were on this number earlier, 50 shots on goal for Carolina through the first 2 periods, only 26 for Watertown. Both teams 0 for 1 on power play opportunities here this evening. Again, we'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard. In Elmira, New York tonight, the Elmira Forces and the Danville Dashers now knotted up at 3 goals apiece down in Elmira. The Battle Creek Rumblebees are in Harrington, Delaware, taking on the Delaware Thunder this evening. That game, second period, 10-2 in favor of the Delaware Thunder. And David and I were talking between our last break there. We updated the score like 3 times in a minute, and there were 3 goals scored in that contest. In a minute, they've got 2 different hat tricks going on in that game. The Port Huron Prowlers are in Menor, Ohio tonight, taking on the Menor Icebreakers. That game after period number 1, Port Huron leads 2-0 over the Icebreakers. And in Columbus, Georgia tonight, the Columbus River Dragons hosting the East leading Danbury Hat Tricks. 3-2 the score. Columbus has the lead there. That game also in the second period. Well, no score here between the league-leading Carolina Thunderbirds and your Watertown Wolves. We're going to take a short break here from the Watertown rink. My name is Jeff Barrett for David Page. Don't go away. 20 more minutes to go here between these 2 teams here this evening. Well, welcome back to the third period here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. No score after 40 minutes of play between the league-leading Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight on Watertown Wolves Hockey. My name is Jeff Barrett. David Page standing next to me. We get ready for the next 20 minutes of regulation here in Watertown. My apologies to the Carolina fans. We had our lineup had two number 20s on it, and it was John Butita wearing 20 here this evening. I had crossed him out on our list here and was saying it was Colin Murray, but it actually is John Butita in the 20 sweater here this evening. So once again, I do want to apologize to the wonderful fans from Carolina as we get set for period number 3. Well, David, if you're a Watertown Wolves fan, you're watching this here tonight, no score after 20 minutes. I mean, you're kind of impressed by what Watertown's done, but you've also got to be a little gun-shy and a little nervous about what period 3 is going to hold.
Most definitely. I'm very impressed and very proud of the Watertown Wolves bringing all these young guys, and they're hanging with these veterans for the Carolina Thunderbirds. The reigning champs, number 1 team for the past 2 years, losing less than 20 games in the past 2 years. And I am nervous. I'm wondering which goalie is going to make the mistake, or what defense is going to make the mistake, and who's going to go up in this third period. Obviously, I would hope the Watertown Wolves are, because they're an underdog, and it's always the greatest thing when an underdog comes up and gets a big victory, and that's what Watertown needs, especially going towards the playoffs, saying, yeah, we beat that Carolina team. So hopefully something can happen here, go the Wolves' way, but overall, very impressive hockey game for both teams.
Well, looking around the Federal Prospect Hockey League, other action going on in the league tonight down in Harrington, Delaware. The Delaware Thunder with a 10-2 lead over the Battle Creek Rumblebees. That game into the third period. The Elmira Enforcers at home hosting the Danville Dashers tonight. They're knotted up at 4 goals apiece in Elmira. That game in the third period. And in Mentor, Ohio tonight, the Port Huron Prowlers 3-0 lead over the Mentor Icebreakers, and the Columbus River Dragons continue to lead the Danbury Hat Tricks, the league lead, or the East leading Danbury Hat Tricks 3-2. That game also headed to the third period. So back underway here in Watertown. Puck into the offensive end for Watertown, but gets sent back out to the neutral ice area. Vladimir Port will control, slides it forward, got it into the end, but Stanislav Vlasov's going to end up with it. He's going to lift that down the ice. We're going to get an icing call here early going at just 35 seconds played in the third period here tonight. As we said early on, not sure what to expect. The Wolves signing a bunch of young kids to fill some holes with a lot of injuries over the last, probably 3-4 weeks here. And, the wrong time of the year to have injuries at anything. But, they've put a bunch of guys in here tonight. They've done a decent job skating with the Carolina Thunderbirds. Carolina putting a lot of pressure on early. Pominville up to the task so far. And look at the other end of that. A kid just signed PTO by the Carolina Thunderbirds in Nicholas Modica, and Modica able to keep the Wolves off the scoreboard here. So the young kid who just finished his college career at SUNY Cortland down in central New York is doing a very good job in playing his first professional hockey game here and looking for his first pro win on the same evening. So the puck in behind the goal right now for Carolina, sent out to the near side, gets tipped all the way into the offensive end. Pargach sent it down. Jeremy Pominville out of the goal, settles it down, slipped it all the way to the far side. That one got by the stick of Jan Krivolovic and then lifted out to center. Krivolovic will control, though. He'll get it back to Pargach, near side. Pargach slid it ahead to Krivolovic again, gave it right back to him. Pargach goes to the corner, turning with it. Butita will give chase from there. That one gets lifted out. Grabenikov able to knock down, keep it in the zone, sends it cross ice. Klinetsky lets a shot go. Pominville turns that one to the corner. Long outlet pass misses on the near side. So right back to the offensive end. Grabenikov let a shot go. That hit a skate. Now it's lifted out to neutral ice. Mike Baker back to pick it up for the Carolina Thunderbirds. And the puck's going to get up and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage here. 17:59 remaining period, number 3. Once again, we want to say hello to the fans from Carolina joining us here on the Watertown Wolves of YouTube page here this evening. And I see some chatter on the internet about the weather up here, wondering how it is. We've had blizzard conditions for the last 24 hours. We have got a ton of snow here, and between breaks, got downstairs, went outside, and you can't see across the parking lot again, Dave, as we've got blizzard conditions once again. We've got almost 4 feet of snow in the last 48 hours, and it's still piling up out there. But it's northern New York. We're used to it. It's been a mild winter this year, so we kind of got a little caught with our pants down, if you will, but Watertown people will dig out and keep right on going. As we said, great thing Carolina made it in here tonight. As the Wolves get set for another power play, Chad Herron's going to sit down 2 minutes for tripping with 17:47 remaining, so 2:13 of the third period. Wolves are going to get their second power play of the night. Both teams 0 for 1 on power plays here this evening. Both those power plays coming consecutively in the period number 2. Face-off one goes into the corner, gets sent all the way around by George Holt. Does get outside the zone, so Cole Sonstable has to reach back, picks it up, gave it back to Joe Devaney. Devaney to Dallas Desjardins. Desjardins just going to wheel back into the Watertown end. Now he'll come to the left-hand side. Desjardins off the board, left it for Dominic Bogsel. Bogsel tried to go to the front of the goal, took it all the way behind, though. Gave it to Joe Devaney, far side. Devaney back to Cole Sonstable, far point. Got it back to the near side. Lifted cross ice. Sonstable has it go over his stick, but Joe Devaney gathers it up. He'll give it to Bogsel in deep. Bogsel works from behind the goal, sends it out to Devaney. What's an odd shot on? Hit the side of the goal, came right back in front, put it in front of Dallas. Desjardins scores!
Huge
Joe
goal for the
Devaney
Watertown
to
Wolves.
Dallas Desjardins, and the Wolves are going to put the first point on the board here this evening at 2:57 of period number 3. The Watertown Wolves will put one behind Nicholas Modica and take the lead here tonight over the Carolina Thunderbirds.
Huge goal for the Watertown Wolves. Now it's all defense right now. Don't sit back. Get another goal, hopefully. But very impressive power play for the Watertown Wolves.
The Wolves very patient on that. Joe Devaney had a couple opportunities on the right-hand side and then put one right across the front of the goal. Dallas Desjardins able just to put a stick blade on it, slides it behind Modica, and the Wolves get the first point of the evening. And Dallas Desjardins, huge ovation from the small crowd here tonight inside the Watertown barn. But the Watertown fans, you got to give them credit. They're very savvy when it comes to hockey knowledge, and they know how important it is playing a team like Carolina to get up a point.
Almost definitely, because Carolina's not going to go away quietly.
Puck gets sent all the way out far side, and we will get another icing call. So 2 back-to-back icings here on the Carolina Thunderbirds. So the faceoff's going to come all the way back down into the Carolina end. We'll go to the far side. Ryan Marker going to skate into the faceoff circle against Peter Panachik. Marker won that one back. Quick shot. That goes off the chest of Modica. Hit him hard, and it bounced all the way out to the side. Sent around the backside of the goal. Salak comes to the near side, controls there. Put it back behind the goal. Stanislav Vlasov will control far side. Lifts it out of the zone. That's going to get up into the Carolina bench. We'll get another stoppage in play and face off just outside the Carolina end. And now it looks like the official's going to point back into the zone. So we'll go in to the Carolina end. It'll go to the far side, just to Nicholas Modica's left-hand side. Corey Sherman, it looks like he's going to skate into the circle for Watertown. And now the officials have a conference. And it looks like the face-off will come back outside. So we were right the first time. Face-off outside the blue line. Corey Sherman into the circle against John Butita. Butita won that one back into his end. He'll turn. Grebenikov controls. He'll come out the right-hand side. Dumps it down to the offensive end. Pominville out of the goal, holding on to it. A couple of Thunderbirds right there. That was a dangerous play as Pominville got caught behind the goal, but the puck does get out to neutral ice area. The Wolves able to send it back into the offensive end. Tipped ahead and chased in by Ryan Swain. Puck control, long outlet pass, Pargach near side. Pargach stops inside the blue line, puts it in behind the goal again. Pominville way out of the net, swings it around to the near side. Apologize, we had a small scoreboard issue, did fix that. So quick shot coming from Grebennikov, and that one turned right in front of the goal. And Pominville finds that one. Grebennikov banging his stick on the ice. I think a little upset with himself that he didn't get a little more on that shot. But Pominville, another big save here, keeping it 1-0 with 15:28 remaining in regulation here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Face-off won by the Wolves. Dominic Bogsel control, lifts it high into the air. It goes right on goal. So going to pick it up will be Dennis Zajac. Zajac sent it all the way back behind the Watertown goal. Mike Baker will control for the Carolina Thunderbirds. My apologies, the Carolina goal. Now it gets set on the far side. Chad Heron control, skates up ice, tries to slide it to the corner. Zajac's going to take that one away. He'll give it to Justin Coachman near side. Coachman had it poked off his stick. Controlled near side by Yuri Pastuka. Pastuka sends it. That one's going to get outside the zone. George Holt has to go back, but it will be Mike Baker, the first one back to get it. Dumped all the way into the Carolina at the end. The Wolves going for change here. Joe Cangelozzi, goes from center, goes all the way to the left-hand side. Tried to get it back in front. Couldn't get it done. Tried to slide it to Jan Solak. Solak sends it back across. And Bakor came in, tried to keep it in the zone. Does keep it there. Quick shot coming in, a goal! Gleb Krivoshyapkin took a beautiful pass, one-timed it to the top left corner of the goal, and just like that, Carolina knocks this thing right back up. Krivoshyapkin just lifted. That was a beautiful shot as he turned and just rifled it right to the top corner on a wicked wrist shot. Puck dropped. We get ready to go back to action. Krivoshyapkin only his second goal of the season. So the puck back into the Carolina end. Now turn comes right back the other direction. And Krivoshyapkin wants to come back. We got another penalty coming to the Watertown Wolves. Krivoshyapkin was racing down the right-hand side, took a stick across the leg. And we're going to get a tripping call to Dallas Desjardins, and the Carolina Thunderbirds will get their second power play of the evening. 0 for 1 on power plays here in period number 1. They got their own power play of the night, and right now knotted up at a goal apiece with just 6 minutes played in period number 3. We're right back to knotted up. Bakor near side, tried to slide it forward, hit Corey Sherman with it. Justin Coachman will control, and he's able to lift that one down the length of the ice. Mautica came out of his goal, settled it down there, left it in behind. Offense setting up from there, coming out with it. Stanislav Vlasov got it to the far side, came back to Jan Solak. Solak steps inside, beats the defender, goes to the corner. Slid it around to the far side. Panachik right there with him. Now it comes up to Bakor near side. He'll give it back to Vlasov. Vlasov sends it back. Comes back to Vlasov. Quick shot coming from the slot. And a bunch of traffic in front, but Pominville able to find that one. And we'll get another save with a minute 26 left in the Carolina Thunderbirds power play. Face-off one to the corner for Watertown. Now it gets battled out, comes out to the point. Vlasov will control, comes towards the slot, fakes the shot, slid it back onto the far side. Got it to Panachik. Panachik sends it over to Bakor. Bakor back to Panachik, and a huge shot on another big save by Jeremy Pominville. Again with traffic standing right in front. Pominville able to glove that one. We get a stoppage. 1:09 left in the Carolina man advantage. Thunderbirds getting sets of fresh legs out here on this power play opportunity. Butita goes to the face-off circle against Liam Little. Little won that one back through his legs, and the Wolves able to rifle that one all the way around the boards down the ice. so it'll slide back in behind Nicholas Modica in behind his own goal. He'll come out, settle it down very quickly. Carolina right back to the attack. They race into the offensive end. Pargach down the far side. Now it comes out to Klinetsky. He's going to skip over the blue line, so they have to get back on side. So that'll help take a couple of seconds off the power play here. Comes out to the near side. Klinetsky slides it ahead to Grebenikov. Grebenikov to Klinetsky. Sends it cross ice onto the stick of Krivolovic. Krivolovic sent it around to the near side. It came right back to Pargach. Pargach sends it over to Krivolovic far side. He'll give it back to Klinetsky. Klinetsky lets a shot go. Missed on the near side. Bouncing puck right in front of the goal. Jeremy Pominville is going to reach out, scoop that one up, get a stoppage and play. 23 seconds left in the man advantage for Carolina. Well, Carolina able to get right back into it a couple of minutes after the Watertown goal that broke the ice here this evening and evened it up. And now Jeremy Pominville has had to be outstanding in this power play kill for Watertown. Puck comes out to Klinetsky one more time. He'll send it in deep. Pargach gives it right back to him. Klinetsky puts it right on goal. That one got turned aside. Grebenikov in the corner battling for the loose puck along with Vladimir Port. It got poked out to the far point. Penalty is over. We are back to all even. Puck control behind. Butita has it. That one taken away. And now a battle for the loose puck. Corey Sherman has it. Butita slid it out towards the front of the goal. Port able to get it out to the far point and picked out of the zone by Joe Devaney. Watertown going for a change as the puck gets down into the Carolina end. 11:38 remaining in regulation. Puck through center ice, down the far side. Pastuka picks it up. Takes a huge check. Far side gets taken off the puck. Centering pass coming from behind. Mike Baker had it. Tried to put it out in front. Puck controlled far side by Watertown. Comes out to the near side. Bogsel centering pass. He gets to Zajac. Zajac gets in behind the defense and he rattled it off the side of the cage. He beat the goaltender but missed on the far side as he hit just outside the pipe on the far side and keeps it a 1-1 game here. Jan Salak overskates the puck through center ice, lost it for a second. Cangelozzi controlled, wheels back through his end, waits for the Thunderbirds to get back on side. Now they'll go for a change here, holding the puck in their defensive end. Under 11 minutes to play regulation. Mike Baker back behind his own goal, controls the loose puck there. Coming out through center ice up the near side. Krivoshopkin comes in, lets a shot go, hit Port on the leg with it. That gets popped up way into the air. Now Dominic Bogsel will control for Watertown. Bogsel sends it across the board, sends it in to the end, and then he'll go for a change. Puck rattles around the far side, comes back through neutral ice, gathered up there by Bakor. He'll send it onto the far side. Gave it right onto the stick of Panachik. Panachik tried to give it back. Bakar will control down the far side. Got it back to Jan Salak in behind. Salak controls out to Bakor on the far side. He'll settle the puck down, try to lift it towards the goal. That one hit a skate, came right back out into neutral ice. So the Thunderbirds back into their own end. Just under 10 minutes to play now. Regulation. 1 goal apiece up on the board for our teams here this evening. Comes around, gets sent back in. Butita couldn't get to it. It was just too far for him to reach. Puck stays in the offensive zone. Grebenikov with a big blast, but the rebound controlled by Watertown. Now lifted out of the zone. Puck handled there by Krivolovic. Krivolovic will hold. Now he'll send it over to the far side. Skating out is Klinetsky. Klinetsky back to the near side. Skates right down the right-hand side. Goes to the corner. Lost the puck for a second. Gathered it back up. Gave it back to Butita. Far side. Butita sent it in front. Nobody there in a black sweater, but Pargach able to grab it up near side. Grebenikov near point. Lets a shot go. That one redirected in front. It's going to get up and out of play behind the goal. That thing changed directions in a heartbeat and ends up all the way up in the netting behind the goal. And we'll get a stoppage in play. 9:11 left to play here in regulation between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. Media timeout on the ice, ladies and gentlemen. We will remind you, the Watertown Wolves will be home tomorrow evening to face these same Carolina Thunderbirds. Puck will drop at 7:30 tomorrow night. We'd love to have you join us here at the Watertown Municipal Arena, but obviously if you can't be here, we'd love to have you join us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey. Don't forget, immediately following tonight's game, you can check out the Watertown Wolves YouTube page or the Watertown Wolves Facebook page for tonight's 9-Round Fitness post-game report. 9-Round Fitness on County Route 202 in Watertown. You check them out online at 9-Round Fitness. That's the number 9round.com. 9-Round Fitness. Get fit, never hit. Official sponsors of our post-game player report. David Page over here showing me his phone. He's checking scores around the league. David, that's an interesting score down there in Harrington, Delaware.
Oh, most definitely, as Delaware coming away with a 13-2 victory. But the big story out of there is former Watertown Wolf Anton Kalinin with a 6-goal night for the Delaware Thunder, who are just trying to get into that 4th position behind Menor, but they're going to need a lot of help in order to get that done.
.36 left here in regulation. Puck down into the Carolina end one more time, controlling behind, trying to slide it out in front. That one got knocked down and then sent to the far side. Cole Sansobo able to keep it in the offensive end, though sent that one across, went across the front of the goal mouth, controlled by Carolina. Solak back the other way, gave it to Panachik. Panachik far side, had it poked away, and the Wolves with an opportunity. Outlet pass for Filasso, too far to get to, but the puck mishandled in the defensive end. Grebennikov, far side, sends it back in behind as Carolina tries to set up their offense behind their own goal. Grebennikov, loose puck behind, turning with it, sends it out to the near side. That one sent forward to Butita, went off John Butita's skate. He had to wheel back into his own end, sends it cross ice now to Grebennikov. Grebennikov gets it out to neutral ice area, slid it forward. Krivolovic able to get it into the offensive side, but then lifted all the way around to the near side. Grebennikov keeps it in the zone, puts it in front. That one goes off a stick, popped up into the air, goes to the corner. Dallas Desjardins controls. Desjardins far side, got it out of the zone, but Grebennikov intercepted the outlet pass, able to turn with it, but then the puck taken right back by Ryan Marker. Marker wheels back in behind the Watertown goal. 7:10 remaining in regulation. Grebennikov right back the other direction, dodges a check, takes the puck to the offensive end, slides it in behind the goal. Going to get it is Chad Herron. Herron will turn with it there, being pestered, tried to slide it out to the front of the goal, had it tipped out to neutral ice area. Grebennikov gives it to Baker. Baker sends it right back in for Carolina as they're able to get the puck right back to the offensive side. Wolves break that one up, and Vladimir Port able to lift that down the ice. It bounces right to the front of the goal, and Modica able to come out, had to handle that one. It was a bouncing, kind of an odd puck. Covered that one up and had to hold on to it with a couple of Watertown Wolves crashing right in front of him. So the faceoff's going to go to the far side. It'll be right to the left of Modica, race going into the faceoff circle for Watertown. Joe Devaney. Devaney won it forward from Joe Cangelozzi, and then it came back to Dennis Zajac. Zajac sends it out to the far point. Puck settled down, sent right back in behind. Devaney's going to go to pick it up. Backs it right in front of the goal. Nobody there in a red sweater, but Zajac able to race over. Now this one's going to get tipped all the way out to neutral ice. Going back, picking up the loose puck will be Willie Lamoureux. Lamoureux get it ahead to Bogsel. Bogsel tips it into the offensive end. Modica sends that down on the side of his goal. Settles it down there. He'll leave it. Krivoshapkin comes out through center right, sends it to Salak near side. Salak goes right across the blue line, gave it back to Krivoshapkin near side. Down in the corner, Krivoshapkin back to Salak. Salak to Panachik far side. Panachik skates out, loses it over the blue line, has to come back and pick it up at neutral ice area. 5:52 remaining in regulation. Bakor able to lift it in from just outside the blue line, goes right on goal, so Jeremy Pominville is going to cover that one up. 5:45 remaining in regulation. Shots on goal here this evening, an astronomical 58 shots on goal for the Carolina Thunderbirds to Watertown's 32. Knotted up at a goal apiece here. Tells you the kind of work that Jeremy Pominville's had to do here this evening for Watertown. Face off one to the near side, controlled by Krivolovic. He'll fall down, but got it to John Butita. Butita gives it out to Grebenikov. Grebenikov set it through, and Krivolovic couldn't get to it. Pargach near side has it tangled up in the corner. Ryan Marker digging. Krivolovic also in there as they'll all fight for the loose puck. It does get picked out. Pargach controlled it for a second. Now he and Coachman went at it. Puck comes near side. Klinetsky lets a shot go. Miss. Big rebound out on the far side. Butita turns with it. Far half board. Turns and gives it back to Grebenikov. Grebenikov to Pargach. Pargach drops it back. Comes back to Grebenikov. Lets a shot go. That one through a ton of traffic. And Jeremy Pominville able to swallow that one up. And another save here for the young kid out of Matisse, Ontario, as he makes another big save, keeping it a 1-1 game here. Exactly 5 minutes left to play. 15 minutes gone in the final period of regulation play. Cangelozzi tips it over behind, got it to Heron. Heron lost control. Kyle Powell able to get it to Bogsel near side. Baker puts it in front, puck down on the ice. Wolves broke it up, and now a 3-on-2 opportunity for the Wolves if they work quickly. Puck to the far side, couldn't get to it. Was Dennis Zajac. Bogsel tried to slide it to him. Bogsel will control, puts it in front, a one-timer from Joe Devaney. The goal is off the mooring, and they continue to play. The goal was off for about 10 or 15 seconds and no whistle. And finally, not only were the Wolves, but the Thunderbirds pointing at the goal, and the official finally got the whistle and will get a stoppage in play. They'll fix that. 4:30 remaining in regulation on a very, very entertaining game here tonight from the Watertown Municipal Arena.
I think, honestly, Jeff, tonight this story is Jeremy Pominville with 60 saves tonight. I think that's the most he's faced all year.
You know, this was a game conversation earlier today whether this game would be played or not because of the conditions outside, but they decided to keep the game going, and a lot of people obviously staying home tonight, but missing a great show if they couldn't make it into the Watertown Municipal Arena tonight. Thunderbirds control offensive end again. Pargach had it. Wolves break that one up. Get it out to center ice. Stanislav Vlasov sends it over. He'll give it to Stanislav Bakor. Bakor gave it back. Came back to Solak near side. Solak skates into the offensive end. Gave it to Panachik. Panachik shot a big save by Pominville again as the Wolves able to get that one out to neutral ice. Comes back, now Salak gets in behind the defense, lets a quick shot go. That one right into the chest of Jeremy Pominville, and Pominville's going to cover that one up. And as David just said, 60 saves. They make that 61 saves on the evening for Jeremy Pominville. Klinetsky near side controls on the faceoff, put it right back in front. Puck turned around from there. Krivolovic sends it to the far side. Grebenikov let a shot go. That went all the way through to the back boards. Then it bounced back out in front. John Butita controls, sends it over. Joe Devaney breaks that play up, able to get it out to Dennis Zajac. Zajac gets it over to the near side, controlled by Bogsel. Bogsel's just going to lift that to the offensive end. He hit Krivolovic with it on the way in, so he'll just carry it back in. Leaves it behind his own goal. Grebenikov back to pick it up. 3:13 remaining regulation. Grebenikov near side sends it out. Sent forward by Pargach. Get it onto the stick of Klinetsky. Klinetsky centering pass to Butita. That one broke up, but puck controlled far side. Lamoureux sent it out, not out of the zone. Comes right back in front, a quick shot from Pargach. That missed. That was redirected. Now Grebennikov comes in, picks up the rebound. Came right out and let a huge shot go. Puck's going to come off the glass, land right on top of the goal from behind. And we'll get a stoppage in play. 2:49 remaining in regulation here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Cangellosi into the face-off circle against Marker. Marker won it back to the corner. Powell sent it around. Port went to get it. Ends up with it. He'll give it to Falasso. Falasso able to skate out of the defensive end. Just going to lift that to the offensive side. Baker back to pick it up for Carolina. Sends it to the near side. Not out. Controlled along the half board. And sent around. Falasso had it. Left it in behind for George Holt, though. Holt's going to take it away. Sends it out to the near side. Long outlet pass broken up. Port gets controls for Watertown. Gave it back to Kyle Powell, far side. Long outlet pass comes to Ryan Marker. Marker's just going to send it cross ice. Got Bogsel down the far side. Bogsel fell down. Devaney trying to sneak in, take it away. Cangellosi controls, gets it out of the zone. Far side will hold it there. Got it over to Mike Baker. Baker listed into the offensive end. Carolina going for a change. Pominville watches the puck come in behind the Watertown goal. 2 minutes remaining. Regulation play here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. Knotted up at 1 goal apiece between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves down the far side. Now the puck comes back through neutral ice. Panachik down the left-hand side. Rifles one towards the goal, and Pominville is going to take that one in the chest, hold onto it, and get a stoppage of play. 1:40 remaining. Well, as we said, the story of the game right now, Jeremy Pominville, whether we end up on the winning or losing end of this, 63 saves on the evening for the young kid out of Matisse, Ontario, in between the pipes for Watertown, playing obviously the best offensive team in the FPHL, and he has done his job tonight for the Watertown Wolves. Panachik won the face-off right through the legs forward, but then controlled by Watertown. Backcourt sends it in from the point. That one gloved by Jeremy Pominville. And one more offensive face-off here for Carolina. And Marker's going to skate into the face-off circle against Panachik. Panachik wins the face-off, comes back to Backcourt. Backcourt put it towards the front of the goal. Panachik skates around the far side, got it back to Vlasov. Vlasov tried to center it, that hit a leg, came out to neutral ice, but controlled by Carolina. That one gets sent cross ice into the corner. Pominville out of the goal to hold on to it. He'll just send it around. Sonstable got taken off the play, but the Wolves control. Now it's taken away. Coming out of the zone, Panachik did a beautiful job to keep the puck in the offensive end for Carolina. Now a battle for the loose puck in the corner. Gets poked right out in front of the Watertown goal. 1 minute remaining regulation. This one gets sent out by Justin Coachman. Now it's controlled. Ryan Marker tried to slide it to the offensive end, but it comes right back to the Watertown side. Cole Sonstable holding on to the loose puck. Gave it back to the near side. Ryan Swain had it. Marker had it poked off his stick. Back to the direction. Butita just sends one on goal, and Pominville able to glove that one out of mid-area with 39.7 seconds left. And he will hold on to the puck and get another stoppage. Dallas Desjardins, John Butita, the face-off circle respectively for their teams. Face-off one goes into the corner for Carolina. Grebennikov lets a shot go from the point. That hit a body, and the Wolves trying to break out of the zone. And that's going to hit the official and go out of play. Joe Devaney was behind everybody and headed to the offensive end for Watertown, looking for that pass, and he saw the puck go off the official and into the Watertown bench. And he turned around and had a few choice words with the official on the play, but obviously the official, nothing he could do as he got nailed with the puck coming out of the zone. That might have been the break Watertown was looking for right there, David. That whole game could have came down to one play. Face off one far side, 22 seconds left in regulation. Grebennikov cross ice. They get the puck forward, slide it into the offensive end, gets lifted cross ice. Butita comes in, centering pass got tipped right in front. Pominville somehow able to turn it away. Joe Devaney back the other direction, tried to get it to Boxell in front of the goal. That one broken up. Port comes in, can't control there. With 1 second left, we're going to overtime here at the Watertown Municipal Arena. Well, you know what? Why not? Two good hockey teams out here tonight on a stormy night. A good winter night here in Watertown, New York. And why not? 60 minutes just isn't enough. Let's play more.
Well, with the way both these goalies are playing, I'm much happy to see an overtime period. But now 3-on-3. This is going to be crucial for Watertown with the skill and the speed that Carolina has. They got to play tight defense. They cannot let their marks go because then this overtime is going to end very quickly. But on the other side, Watertown does have some weapons. Boxell, Marker, Devaney, even Kyle Powell, who's been getting up there and who's having a great year, probably the best year he's ever had. And Pominville, story of the night again, 66 saves. The best night he's ever had. He's standing on his head, and he's keeping the Wolves in this game as this Carolina team has pretty much destroyed everybody in this league. And definitely a good time to be hot for Watertown, going towards that playoff with 15 games left to go until that time.
Well, Carolina so far has been to overtime 5 times this season. They've got 2 overtime wins, 3 overtime losses. Watertown has been to overtime 4 times. 2 overtime wins, 2 overtime losses for them this year. And as David just said, overtime in the FPHL. 5 minutes will be up on the board. We'll skate 3-on-3 for that 5-minute session. If we do not have a winner, we will go to a shootout here this evening between the league-leading Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. Well, here's something you don't see every day, David. We have the officials over here looking at the rule book right in front of us. You would think at this point of the season this would be kind of academic.
I think they're debating whether the teams have to switch sides, which I believe they do here in the FPHL, and I think that's why they're looking at the rule book. Most of the time, you will switch sides, but when it comes to the shootout, I think you stay on that side for the shootout. Well, let's hope the Watertown Wolves can get a quick goal and not force this into a shootout and get those 2 points. We guaranteed a point tonight for the Watertown Wolves, a much-needed point to try to catch Elmira. Unfortunately, Elmira got their victory tonight. So the Wolves definitely have some work to do, but I am very proud of this Watertown Wolves team, how they've been playing this Carolina team, who had 67 shots tonight. And Pominville in the defense, holding their own, playing physical, because Carolina has been running it down their throat all night.
Well, as you said, they're trying to figure out, I believe, which end the goalies are going to. Right now, the goalies are in the goals they were just in, but I believe they will have to switch ends here. I could be wrong on that, but they are checking that. 5 minutes up on the board as we get ready for the overtime period here this evening. So it looks like the way we will skate for this first overtime, or for the overtime period, I should say first shift out, for the Carolina Thunderbirds, it's Yuri Pastuka out on the ice along with Joe Cangelozzi and Chad Heron. Looks like that'll be the first 3 skaters for Carolina. For Watertown, it's Dominic Boxell, Cole Sonstabo, and Kyle Powell out here on the ice. Pominville back to the goal to our right. On the left is Nicholas Mordica. And like you said, David, I believe they've got to switch ends here, and that's what the discussion is.
I guess now there's a stoppage as an official has gone back to the locker room. I don't know what's going on, Jeff. Oh, here he comes.
Looked like he was back in the hallway having a conversation with Andre Nitsch, the coach for the Carolina Thunderbirds, and I think that they decided the keepers would stay in their respective goals. They'll stay where they were at the end of regulation. So 5 minutes on the board, 3-on-3 skating, sudden death overtime. If we do not get a winner, we will head to a shootout. Watertown's going to control the face-off. Puck to Cole Sonstabo, far side. He'll send it behind to Dominic Boxell. Boxell left it for Kyle Powell. Powell controls far side, sends it back to the near side where Bogsel's going to come out of the defensive end. Skates right up, beats a defender, lets a shot go. Modica turned that one aside. Big save for the young man in his first pro game, as Dominic Bogsel did a great job getting in behind the defense. Now Joe Cangelozzi back to the other side, risks the shot that goes high off the glass. Baker will control. He'll send it back out to neutral ice area, gathered up there by Yuri Pastuka one more time. Pastuka looks to control. Now he'll leave it in on the far side, gathered up by Krivo Shopkin. Now as he'll jump out on the ice, puck comes to Panacek sitting near side. He'll get inside the blue line, turning. Now he's going to come right back outside the zone. He'll give it to Stanislav Vlasov on the far side. A couple of quick shifts here, short shifts for these guys. This one sent all the way into the end. Gets in behind the Watertown goal, sent out to Joe Devaney near side. Devaney controls. He's got Ryan Marker racing down the far side. Now Marker's going to wheel back. Port's just going to leave it for the far side for Devaney. Devaney turning back. Gave it to Port near side. Port gets inside the zone. Fakes the shot. Turns with it there. Looking for Ryan Marker. Now he'll come out to the short side. Marker gets into the offensive end. Comes to the slot. He'll wheel. Comes right back out to center ice with it. Devaney and Port both get back on side. Marker picks up ahead of steam. Comes in again. Lets a quick shot go. And Marca able to find that one and get another stoppage here. 3:25 left in the overtime period. Face off in the Carolina end of the ice. And I'll tell you what, David, win or lose, tip of the hat to the young man between the pipes for the Carolina Thunderbirds here tonight. Kid just got out of the college ranks, finished up his college career with SUNY Cortland, gets his first pro start, and he is into overtime here. And we got a penalty coming. Wolves are going to get a power play here in the overtime, which just means they get an extra skater. That's the way that will work. You don't take anybody off the ice. So the Wolves will get a fourth skater here for 2 minutes of the remaining 3:14 of regulation. And tripping will be the call. And Klenetsky's going to sit down for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Timeout now by Carolina.
Crucial time here for Watertown. 4-on-3 in overtime. Next goal wins. And don't forget, the last time the Wolves were on the power play, they were able to get that goal. But like you said, Modica coming to the defending champions and only letting in one goal. Because that coming in with the defending champs, you got to be nervous here as they have a standard. So he's definitely been equal to that standard. Like you said, hats off to the kid. But also, on the flip side, Palmerville. I think both these goalies deserve a star at the end of this game. And, of course, whoever scores that next goal is going to probably be a star as well. But overall, the Watertown Wolves with the new players, excellent game for them. But let's see if Watertown can capitalize here and come out with an extra point.
And Carolina coming into tonight, we talked about it earlier, only 6 losses on the year. So, yeah, being a rookie goaltender coming in, you don't want to be one that gives up another loss to, as I said, only 6 losses on the year. Face-off one came out to Kyle Powell. He'll come towards the slot with it, waiting to get a little traffic in front. Gives it into Dominic Bogsel. Bogsel controls, sends it cross ice to Devaney. Devaney holds, gives it back to Powell. Powell turns with it, back to Devaney, far side. Devaney skates in towards the front of the goal, tried to get it to Bogsel near side. That one hit a stick, so Bogsel control comes back to Kyle Powell. Powell turning with it. Powell looking towards the slot, gives it to Joe Devaney, far side. Devaney put it across to Bogsel, missed him, but Bogsel controlled the rebound. Slided in front. That one broken up and then carried out by Panacek. Panacek with a breakaway. Down here, short-handed effort. Panacek comes in. Huge save by Pominville. Jeremy Pominville, the save of the game on a streaking Peter Panacek. Short-handed effort, got behind the defense, and he took off and was gone. And Pominville able to stone Peter Panacek and keep it knotted at a goal apiece here in the overtime period.
You can definitely feel this crowd is getting into this. They're very proud of their Watertown Wolves tonight. They can feel it coming. This crowd's now got to feed these Watertown Wolves in so they can get out of here with this win.
Faceoff's going to go to the far side. It's one, came right out in front, came right back in front of the goal. Pominville picked it up, thought about dishing it out to the side, but he will hold on to it. We get another stoppage in play. 2:32 left in the overtime period. 1:19 in the Watertown man advantage. Puck came right out in front. Quick shot coming off the stick of Pargach. And that one, Pominville fell down, and luckily the puck never got all the way through. So Ryan Marker controls behind the Watertown goal. 1 minute left in the power play opportunity. Comes to Ryan Marker near side, lifts it down into the offensive end. Monica tried to knock it down. It got all the way back out, and another breakaway in behind the defense. Coming in, crashing in, and another big, no, it's a goal! No goal! Bachor thinks he's got a goal, but it's waved off by the official immediately, and the faceoff's going to come to the near side. Stanislav Bachor thought he ended this game on a shorthanded overtime goal.
I think they're calling interference as he pulled Pominville's leg skating in. His skate following through pulled Pominville's leg, so obviously interference as he trickled the puck in. That was goalie interference as he pulled Pominville's leg out from underneath him. Automatic no goal. Excellent call by the officials.
Well, the official skates over. He talks to Andre Nitsch, tells him what the call is. Nitsch sort of shakes his head at him, but obviously not going to win that argument. So the faceoff's going to come to the near side. 49 seconds left in the Watertown man advantage. 2:02 left in overtime. So the face-off near side, one back into the corner. Kyle Powell sends it around to the far side. Dominic Boggs will control, gave it to Joe Devaney on the near side. He'll step inside the zone, tried to get it back to Bogsel. That one broken up, and now a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Thunderbirds. Quick shot coming. That one booted aside. Rebound gathered up. The goal is way off again as a couple of players got taken right through the goal and towards the back of the boards here. But I'll tell you what, David, this is the kind of team you'd expect to see from Carolina. They've had 4 opportunities now on shorthanded on this power play because they are very aggressive and they will jump after the puck and go get it. This is why they have won so many games this year.
Oh, absolutely. And going back to that collision, Pominville not happy as Chad Herron did not even attempt to break as he went into the goal. As Pominville very upset that there was no penalty right there as Herron had no attempt to stop. But as you said, Carolina very aggressive, very good team. I will give them that. That's why they are the reigning champs.
Face off far side, Panachik in against Devaney. Devaney won it back to the corner, so Kyle Powell will control. Kyle Powell got it to Devaney on the far side. Devaney steps inside the blue line, puts the brakes on there, sends it back to Powell. Powell kept it in the zone, gave it back to the near side. Goes back to Powell in the slot. Flop back to Ryan Marker. Marker gave it back to Devaney. Devaney sends one. That's off the blocker of Modica. 4 seconds left in the power play, and then we'll skate all even once again. Klinecki back out onto the ice. Watertown control. Centering pass came to Devaney. Devaney tried to get a shot off. Now he'll wheel back to the corner. Devaney comes out to the side of the goal. Trying to put it on the far side. Marker controls. 1 minute left in the overtime period. Watertown keeps the puck in the offensive end. Ryan Marker put the brakes on. Got knocked down. Then had it poked away. And another breakaway for the Carolina Thunderbirds. And a huge save by Pominville. Pominville's got the puck underneath them. And I'll tell you what, when this thing is over, Jeremy Pominville, stand up and take a bow. Unbelievable. This kid between the pipes holding off the number 1 team in the league by far all season long. Carolina has dominated the FPHL. And tonight, Jeremy Pominville has faced 71 shots into the overtime period. He's allowed 1 goal on 70 shots. Outlet pass is going to get too far. That's going to get an icing call with 36.5 seconds left. So the faceoff is going to come all the way back to the Watertown end once again. .70 save. That's almost unheard of in a hockey game. Face-off one to the corner, controlled by Watertown. Sonstable had it taken away, but it comes back out to neutral ice area. Bachor had it, sent it cross ice. Now it came right back to Bachor. 26 seconds left. Carolina trying to get one more rush towards the goal. Coming to the near side, Krivolovic gets inside the zone, comes down the side, drops it off there for Bakar. Bakar wheels back to the half board, goes down towards the right-hand corner, gets taken off by Corey Sherman for a second, but Bakar goes right back to the slot, comes in, lots of backhand goal. Pominville turns that one aside. Gathered up by Krivolovic, far side, and that's going to bring an end to the overtime period, and we're ended to a shootout here in Watertown.
I believe this is the first one for Watertown as well. First shootout for Watertown.
So we get another break in the action here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. 1-1 after regulation and after the overtime period. We are headed to a shootout here. Each team will get 5 skaters out on the ice. If we are still tied at that, then you can use a shooter again. But the first 5 all have to be different shooters. After that, you can start reusing shooters again. And if there is no winner after 5 attempts on the goal, we will keep going until we have a winner here this evening.
I think, Jeff, it's actually after the first 3 you can have repeats since we do 3-on-3. Oh, they change it? My fault. But overall, Jeff, excellent game to call here tonight.
You know, we're kind of watching Jeremy Pominville on those breakaways there in that last overtime period. Pominville's been out of his mind on some of these saves here. You've got to wonder, how's he going to handle this, but also how's the young kid at the other end going to stand up for the Carolina Thunderbirds facing some one-on-ones here in this shootout frame. First skater out on the ice for the Carolina Thunderbirds is going to be Viktor Grebennikov. So the puck sitting at center ice as we head to a shootout here. Grebennikov's going to pick up the puck. He'll go to the right and the left, comes back down, lets a quick shot go, and he scores! Able to slide that one by Pominville, so Grebennikov very quickly is going to put the Carolina Thunderbirds up by 1 here in the overtime. First shooter for Watertown will be Joe Devaney. So Nicholas Mordecai facing his first shootout in his first pro start here for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Devaney's going to pick up the puck. He picks up a little head of steam very quickly, jumps into the offensive end. Devaney comes in, he shoots and scores! So Joe Devaney repays the favor and knocks it right back up. So we're even at a goal apiece in the in the shootout. Next shooter for the Carolina Thunderbirds is going to be Gleb Krivoshyapkin. Krivoshyapkin comes up with a head of steam, then slows down, wheels towards the left, comes back towards center, holds onto it, drags it, and a boot save by Jeremy Pominville. Pominville able to come back to the left, put his leg down, make the stop on Krivoshyapkin. Next shooter for Watertown will be Dominic Bogsel. Bogsel on the year, 18 goals scored for Watertown. Drags it down the right-hand side, comes in, puts it 5, hole, and he scores! That one trickled through the legs of Mordecai. Didn't look like it was going to get in. He couldn't find it, and it rolled in behind him, and the Wolves will take a goal advantage here in the shootout. Next shooter for the Carolina Thunderbirds, that is Jan Salak. Salak very quickly comes to the offensive side, and a big save off the stick of Jeremy Pominville. Jan Salak, 23 goals on the year as we head towards the third shooters here. It'll be Kyle Powell for the Watertown Wolves. The Wolves up by 1 in the shootout. Powell picks it up at center, goes all the way to the extreme right-hand side. Now he works back in, picks up a little bit of steam, and he scores! Kyle Powell took it to the backhand, lifted it high over the top of
and
Mordecai.
It comes down to this.
Pominville can win it right here with a save. Coming out to pick up the puck for the Carolina Thunderbirds, that will be John Butita. Butita drags the puck to the left, comes right back to center, holds out, look, the shot, goal! Pominville knocks it down, and the Watertown Wolves are going to defeat the Carolina Thunderbirds in a shootout. 2-1 will be your final score. So the Watertown Wolves are going to steal one in a shootout from the Carolina Thunderbirds. 2-1 will be your final score here from the Watertown Municipal Arena. David, we said it before and I'll say it again though. A tip of the hat to Nicholas Mordecai for the game he played here tonight for the Carolina Thunderbirds. The young kid, don't take anything away from his effort here this evening. Did a phenomenal job keeping Carolina in this all evening.
Almost definitely, but as it going to a shootout, I think experience just comes into play here. Even though Palmville faces his first shootout, like you said, he's had majority of the starts here. He's the Wolves' #1 goalie. Tip of the hat to both keepers tonight. But overall, Wolves played a phenomenal game. They played smart defense, not letting these Carolina Thunderbirds have the control that they usually have. Jeremy Palmville, 71 saves tonight just in the regulation play, and 3 solid saves in the shootout. I think I would put him as my #1 star of the game.
Well, we take a look at the stats here for this evening, as David just said. 72 shots on goal, 71 saves for Jeremy Pominville here this evening. The Watertown Wolves 1 for 3 on power play opportunities. Carolina went 0 for 2 on the extra man advantage. We're back in the building again tomorrow night. These same two teams. Puck will drop at 7:30 tomorrow evening. Looking around the Federal Prospect Hockey League, final scores here tonight. The Elmira Enforcers will win 6-4 at home over the Danville Dashers. The Battle Creek Rumblebees fall 13-2 to the Delaware Thunder in Harrington, Delaware this evening. The Port Huron Prowlers come from behind and beat the Menor Icebreakers 7-2 in Menor, Ohio tonight. And the Columbus River Dragons continue to lead the Danbury Hat Tricks 3-2, that game in the third period. Boy, folks, we hope you've enjoyed watching Watertown Wolves hockey here this evening with the #1 team in the league, the Carolina Thunderbirds, coming into tonight. The Wolves are going to get a 2-1 win after a shootout here this evening. Again, we're back on the air tomorrow night. Puck will drop at 7:30 between the Carolina Thunderbirds and the Watertown Wolves. We want to thank you for joining us here on Watertown Wolves Hockey. For David Page and for Eric Dorstein and ThunderForce Media, for Watertown Wolves Hockey, my name is Jeff Barrett. Have a great night, everybody. We'll be back here again tomorrow evening.